Where do people turn when they have lost everything? When a cruel catastrophe has taken everything they loved and cared about in life? Where do they turn when they're in despair?
Oh, and party rock!
It's showtime, folks. It feels good. It's cool.
We're brilliant broadcasters.
I'm thrilled. I'm excited. I'm ecstatic.
Very respectful.
Very nice.
There is some shenanigans going on.
And it just feels right.
They're like two puzzles. We want perfect questions. We want some laughs. Some thoughts being provoked and thrown back and forth.
I don't like flaky. I like cakey.
I want to hug a cute dog.
How fake was that?
The name of this radio show should be The Happy Idiot and the Sullen Douche.
Two total dorks.
Am I listening to a radio show? Two DJs and a tranny lover. That's what this program's about, mister.
Only creeps listen to this program.
Yo, boys, what's happening, man?
Turn your fucking radio down!
Anyone around here ever smell my ass?
It's lovely. Anthony.
Come on, we're gonna tell you how to get chicks.
James.
I'm Jim Norton, and I'm a horribly boring person.
We just kind of laugh at him.
He's getting better, but we gotta break him in still.
He's a candidate for killing his wife if he gets married.
I love E-Rock under the console. That's hot. Snapple and mayo, your dumps must be lovely.
And featuring...
Hurricane Ben! Hurricane Steve!
I think there's a degree of mental illness with everybody on the show.
Ramon. Eric's breath smells like the diaper of a cancer patient. Can I say for the record that this program sucks a fat dick?
I got a few ideas that could get us fired. Please use them. Please use them.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road. The chewed bubble gum pile, you know that? Say it, sir! Open your mouth! They're paying for it, you eat it! I'll bet you're the kind of guy that would fuck a person in the ass and not even have the goddamn common courtesy to give him a reach around. Your days of finger banging, old Mary Jane Rothschild, through her pretty pink panties are over. What have we got here? A fucking comedian. Well, any fucking time, sweetheart.
Ooh. And welcome to the Opie and Anthony program, Day 2, Washington, D.C. Sarge is angry. What happened? Why does your mic sound really bad?
Well, because they've tested it 800 times, and it still sounds like shit. Sounds worse than it did yesterday.
I can't even hear you.
I can't hear me at all in my headphones. There's this weird echoey, reverby thing, and it's always my fucking mic. I love coming here and everything, and I heard that the mics were.
You might as well not even talk.
Like 8,000 times this morning. How could this be like a reasonable thing? That's getting better. That's better. What happened? Whose fault? I want someone to blame.
Yep.
Derek. Derek's fault.
Why are they pointing at Derek?
Everyone pointed at Derek. That's much better. Thank you, sir.
I cannot wait to get back to New York, where we can control our environment.
Yeah.
Where we don't have to wait and wait and wait and wait for people and wait for papers and wait for this and wait for that.
You know what Derek has proven himself as? You know when you were in junior high and you were like the best kid in junior high, and then you step up to high school, you just can't cut it?
Yep.
That's pretty much what Derek's done.
And you realize he's a queer?
Yeah, that too.
Was it really Derek's fault?
Had to be.
Derek's screaming no. And Ben's saying no.
Who changed whatever it was that wasn't changed? Who did that?
Don't even ask questions anymore, Anthony. This radio thing has become so complicated.
It's beyond our comprehension. It really is. There used to be a day you just turn on microphones, pot them up, and you rock and roll. Now rocked. Now there's all sorts of codes and passwords and data you gotta enter. It's nuts.
You gotta reprogram the board,
right? Well,
things like that. Recode it.
I lost my phones just before we went on the air.
Oh, great!
I was watching the guy get the phones back. It was absolutely amazing.
Just watching computer code going by.
Yeah, computer code, passwords. It was just unbelievable.
Any need for that crap anymore?
I don't know. Well, the geeks are taking over the world.
Let's go back to the old hand-built wooden box with the buttons on it.
Clunk, you're on the air. You shouldn't.
Hello.
You shouldn't answer a phone with a mouse ever.
The mouse click.
It should just be a clunk.
And then they crash. And then you hear that buzz of Opie's BlackBerry.
It's not my BlackBerry, asshole. No.
Whose is it?
They put out a new BlackBerry asshole?
It's not my BlackBerry.
I want to see that one. The BlackBerry asshole.
You just assume too much. It's not my fucking BlackBerry. I don't have a BlackBerry in the vicinity right now.
I assume it's too much. Jimmy?
I don't... Well, unless it's in my
Do you have a phone
apartment.
or something on you?
No.
It must be Derek.
Yeah, Derek.
That's Derek again.
Some of his gay friends calling. We miss you.
And what are you talking about? It's not my BlackBerry, asshole.
It's not my BlackBerry.
That's like Jeffrey Dahmer going, I didn't drill this guy's head.
Dude,
asshole.
First of all, it's not my BlackBerry every time it goes off. Sometimes it has been my BlackBerry, yes. But anyone with a cell phone or a BlackBerry in the studio will cause that.
It has been Steve C. occasionally.
Thank you. That's all I'm saying.
Look at his big, manly arms. And how does he get those when I heard he just eats like... I don't know, what was he eating? A piece of steak the size of a thumbnail?
No, it was a big piece of steak, and he had like 3 nibbles, and he was finished.
Yeah, that's what Don was saying on the way over to the station today. He took you guys out to dinner or something?
Yeah.
And Steve eats like literally 2 or 3 bites, and he's that amazes me that he's still a big guy. He's not fat. He's lost a lot of weight. He had the stomach surgery, whatever. But the amount of food he eats, you would think he'd be practically anorexic at this point.
Yeah, I don't know
how does that work? Come here, Steve. How does that work? A couple bites of steak.
6 gallons of alcohol.
It just proves you don't need a lot of food to survive in this world.
No, you really don't. That's the biggest revelation you come to when you have this surgery is human beings don't need as much food as we have been conditioned to eat. And I ate maybe, I don't know, what would you say?
That's smidgen.
Yeah, very little of a huge steak, and it has a lot to do with the fact that when you're sitting down, it's just the way the whole band is around the bottom of my esophagus.
Hold on, Doc. Not to interrupt you, but when you said this much, no one on radio knows what that is. He made his little fingers the size of approximately a little larger than an Oreo cookie.
Yeah, about that.
This much. That never works on radio.
About the size of a couple Oreo cookies. Thank you.
Okay.
And that was it. But like, look at your arms. You got big arms. Where does that meat come from?
Well, I still eat, but it's like I'll take a bite of something and then walk away, and then I'll take another bite and walk away. So like a meal can take 4 hours.
Oh, so you're just eating all day long?
Yeah, it's like all day long.
What a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it really is. That's the one thing they don't tell you when you have this. It's like you're eating little bits all day long.
When that tiny stomach is empty, do you feel full? I mean, feel like hungry?
Yeah, you still get hunger pains, but they're satisfied immediately. You know, and so you just wind up sitting around politely.
All day, you got to keep that little Indian wampum full.
Yeah,
got to be full the entire day.
What a horrible way to live your life.
Yeah, I mean, you go from binging completely to eating little bits.
Suck down a couple M&Ms, you're fine for a few hours.
That's right.
Stuff.
That's
packed.
That's
something for me.
I had some wonderful chocolate cake too.
That's dessert.
Chocolate cake?
I had a little, yeah.
What do you like? Take the fork and press it into the crumbs and then lift the bottom of the fork?
Exactly.
That's his dessert.
Someone told the waitress it was my birthday, so she brought out a cake with a candle on it.
Oh, did they sing?
No, but she did play 50 Cent's birthday song.
50 cents.
It's your birthday.
Yeah.
Is it anywhere near your birthday?
Not at all.
Of course
I thought it was. I believed you.
Of course
you
not.
didn't.
I did, actually.
No, you didn't.
I did. I shared birthday cake with you.
Of course you did, because you like birthday cake.
You're just pissed that someone else was celebrating a birthday for once.
No, I just don't like the idea of doing a gag like that.
you.
Why would you get everybody all excited about your birthday and it's not your birthday? It's just kind of silly.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that is silly.
It's childish.
Very selfish.
All right, Steve. Thank you for that.
Beat it, short shirt.
Thanks for that insight. By the way, you got some great audio. We got audio of what? A voicemail from some chick?
Yeah, a real horned-up voicemail from some girl sent to her neighbor, I guess.
Oh. And the neighbor is a fan of the show and just sent it in?
Uh-huh.
Ooh. Gotta love that.
Mm-hmm.
You guys want to hear that right off the bat?
Yes.
Yeah. I think it's early enough to get all the truckers all horned up.
Sex up the show a little bit right from the get-go.
Let's horn up the truckers. They're all going to be driving with boners in a few minutes here. And I think they're queuing that up in the other office.
We're going to party like it's your birthday. Drink a thimble of Bacardi like it's your birthday.
Have a nibble of cake on my birthday.
On my birthday.
All right.
He's a creep.
He's giving you the finger. Ooh.
Yeah.
He eats like a bear even. Just have a few bites and walk away, and you know it's going to be there when you get back. Go forage.
He wasn't giving you the finger. He was just showing you the portion of breadstick he was allowed last night.
Why are you so mean? I walk out of the room, I get called a creep.
Well, come on, you are a little creepy.
Well, so are you.
You have a little teeny stomach and a big porn collection. No one likes you.
It's awfully hypocritical of you to be calling me a creep.
I know I'm filth.
All right. Fair enough.
No one likes you. Everyone loves Steve.
I like you, Steve.
Thank you. I like you.
My family likes you.
I hope so.
My customers like you.
Yeah. That's what I was getting. Right, of course.
Go have a sugar cube on me.
Okay.
Everyone that goes to Boundary Music likes you. All right. Nathaniel,
you know he buys a Hershey bar and has to break it into those little sections and just have one.
Just licks it for a couple of minutes.
Ooh, delicious. Now I'll walk around a few miles and have another lick.
What a lovely home he must live in, all half-eaten meals all around the house.
The carpet's worn in a circle from that walking he has to do before another nibble.
Pat his tummy so it digests and he doesn't just vomit all over the Thanksgiving table. And chanting dinner date.
Who's going to carve the hummingbird this year? I'll have a drumstick.
Delicious.
Pandougal from Chicago. What's up?
Pandougal.
Oh, whatever. Pandougal.
It's a mixture of the both. Okay. Well, Jim, yesterday, man, when oh my God, punching out.
That was good. Well, he immediately started, and he had a flame out in his engine. So he went to something else, and his other engine flamed out. He saw he was going in, punched out. That man right now, beautiful canopy above his head as he slowly goes back to Earth, a safe man. Well, that's punching out, kids.
He was bringing up something. A lot of people commenting that they're bummed that you didn't show that girl your hog at the end of the show yesterday.
Yeah, are they? A lot of those people would not be bummed if I got dragged into Human Resources. So those people who are bummed, I'm sorry. I would love to have showed my hog, but...
you think it would have been a Human Resources
I don't think
issue?
So.
You probably
I don't
not.
think so.
You're probably right, but you don't know, and I'm not taking that chance in this day and age. I mean, taking your dick out to somebody in the studio, I'm sorry, I don't know her well enough. If it was Dee Dee, I would have done it because I know
wasn't like
her.
she was screaming, I don't want to see it, and you continue to show it. You know?
I think she wanted to see it. She's worked up. Been a while since she had sex. And I think you might have been able to hook up last night.
No, I totally disagree. I wish you were right, believe me, but I know you weren't right.
You're just looking through those defeatist little Jimmy Norton brown peepers.
When you phrase it like that, you raise a good point, but that's how I see life. But there are times when I'm pretty realistic about chicks that want me and that don't, and that was just, she was nice, she was playing along, she was having fun, she would have had wine with me, but she wasn't into it.
I just didn't see it that way.
I
think she was a dirty girl, bro.
I think you're right, but I don't think
she was a dirty girl, and
little alcohol.
And she was open to the possibility. Definitely. Yeah. Definitely.
It was because she didn't wait for me here. Like, little things like that. She didn't say, well, email me. There was no, let's contact somehow, no matter how innocuously after work.
Because you blew her off at every turn when you were face-to-face with her. Of course she's not going to be like, here's my email, guy that just treated me like shit.
No, I didn't, but she was like, come back and we'll have some wine at 7. What are you drinking? The XM compound, that romantic little place behind Eric's office?
But why don't you just go find her after the show and get some small talk going on?
That would have been awkward. awkward and unpleasant, and she would have been polite just because we were on the show together. Like that awkward talk.
I don't know, Jimmy. There are times I completely agree with you, but I just thought there was, she was definitely...
I think she wanted some cock.
I think she wanted it.
It's been a while.
I think she wanted.
Long time since she had it.
Yeah.
You were available, ready, willing, and...
Oh, there's plenty of girls that come on the show and play the game, and then you're like, all right, you're just doing it for the radio. Get out of here, stupid. But I think there was something there. I think she's all horned up, and she's ready for some action.
I don't think she's full of shit, and I don't doubt that she's a perv. I didn't get certain little signals a person will give you that I'm usually good at picking up. I just didn't get from her, so I kind of respected that.
Little signals like, I get paid first, sir. The ones Jimmy knows, the ones he picks up on, those subtleties.
Well, they say little things like, you want to take care of the gifts first?
The gift.
The donation? They say it's a donation like it's a charity. It's the Get AIDS Foundation, stupid. All
right. Charity like it's helping the kids.
That's what they...
Well, maybe there'll be another shot at that today. I don't even know if she's coming in. We'll see.
Oh,
yeah. Bill in New Hampshire. What's up, Bill?
Good morning.
Bill.
How are you, Bill?
Little Jimmy.
Hey, man, thanks.
All right. Hey, two things now. All Jimmy needed was a Jaeger machine, and he would have been all set to go.
Yeah.
But anyway, hey, that Al Franken thing, guys, yesterday, I hate to start the show off on a Nick, but, man, that was the worst fucking 40 minutes of radio you guys have done in a long time.
What happened?
Why?
What did you
man,
like?
Andy, you were fucking teabagging the guy. What the hell was that?
Teabagging? I was bringing up the fact that Hillary is a joke candidate. What more do you want from me?
And Al's not confrontational. Like, he wasn't being nasty and loud, so why be that way to him?
He's just a little condescending.
He's funny. I mean, he used to be someone...
He was pretty funny yesterday.
I like him.
Oh.
He was
sarcastic.
In a very subtle way, but he got some laughs out, and... I don't know. I enjoyed the time with Al Franken, I got to tell you. And a lot of people said it was a pretty cool interview, yeah.
We get smashed, we get accused, especially me and Anna being too far to the right. We smash the left all the time, and then we get a guy from the left on, and we get accused of not smashing him hard enough.
Yeah.
I don't know, guys. Right? He was just boring. I just didn't think you guys did enough with him.
Well, that's too bad. Yeah. Other people thought it was pretty cool, so... That's our hell every day. That's our hell every day. Some people love what we do, and others go, that sucked.
Hey, that's all right. First time in a couple of weeks. You're owed that one, so just don't do it again, okay?
We'll try, fella.
Have a great day. Punch it out.
Bye.
So the worst thing about getting into a political discussion with someone like Al Franken, also, that's his entire gig on the radio show. So he's familiar with all the names involved and everything. I know a lot of the issues and what the people are saying, but I can't just pull names out of my ass. So when he's like, what Republican would win against Hillary? Like, I got a couple in my head, but I can't just rattle off 10 names of Republicans that could win against Hillary. I know they're out there. The Democrats seem to really have this thought that they could put Hillary Clinton as a presidential nominee, and she's just going to sweep the fucking nation, and there's going to be a cunt in the White House. And I'm sorry, I don't see it. I'm a realist. It ain't going to happen. It's another one of these Democratic, and I brought it up yesterday. What are the people that a goof ticket, I called it. A joke ticket. A gimmick ticket. That's what it is. It's not real. It's to get publicity for the Democratic Party, and it's not a winning ticket, which is what the Democrats have lacked since they had a guy like Clinton, who, love him or hate him, the guy was charismatic. People wanted to vote for him. They wanted that whole change thing that he was pushing, and it worked out, for the Democrats. Hillary, no.
I'm amazed.
Good luck.
I'm amazed that he and others are believing the Hillary hype. Dude, it's like there's no way there's going to be a woman in the White House.
Democrats are known as just being delusional. They can't see the truth right in front of their face half the time. And not so much the truth, but just what's going to happen. They can't see where that road is leading. If Hillary is the front runner and gets the Democratic nomination for President of the United States, you are absolutely seeing another Republican in that office, period. There's no way that is going to work out for them.
And he didn't have an answer for Giuliani. He's like, well, he won't get nominated. Giuliani would smash her.
You know something?
In election.
Put enough shithead Republicans in there, Giuliani will get nominated. whether, you know, you open up a closet and 8,000 bones come flying out because of his past, you know, who knows? He's not been the most moral person with his married life and things like that, but, you know, the guy's shown himself as a competent leader. Hillary is nothing but a bullshit, kiss-ass, go with the polls. Oh, after 9/11, she asked for billions of dollars from Washington. Ooh, wow, there's going out on a limb. We needed billions of dollars from Washington. She's the representative. She asked for it. Wow, what a gal. What else is she doing? Trying to get video games off the shelves. Oh, okay. There's kind of a big fucking area in there that other things can be done in.
She's a hack.
Right, a hack. Very good. And I've seen her act. Stinks.
Well, you know, just the shit that you can't go wrong with.
Brings out that trunk full of props.
Yeah, it's just... Look, you think it's this, but it's this. Whoa.
Look at that prop. Look at that. Oh, she's putting on the big, fat thighs.
2 bowling pins with shoes under them.
All right, let's go to Wisconsin. Nick.
Yo, O&A, little Jimmy, how you doing?
Oh, better now, Nick.
I know. Jimmy, I can't believe you blew the show yesterday. You're all talk, man.
He did, and it felt great.
Oh, that really bugs me. That was so
Everyone
good.
in this room.
You could have
Why, sir?
You could have showed her because she was on national radio asking to see it. You would have never got in trouble, and you wonder why when you're gone, all the shows are full of sex.
No, that's not true, dude. I know what you're saying. Listen, I'm a pervert. I would have showed her my dick. The bottom line is, human resources may have looked at it differently and said, well, she was kind of pressured. I don't trust it. I trust she was nice. I don't trust human resources in a company in this day and age when you can get fired for making a sexual innuendo joke. I don't care what anyone says on the air. If you yank your cock out in front of a girl in the D.C. compound in a studio, you're asking for trouble.
Fair enough, sir. Fair enough.
Okay, Jimmy, I got you.
And Nick, he's not all talk. He's done some crazy things for the show in the past.
Dude, I'm garbage.
He just wasn't really feeling it yesterday.
Oh, I love him, and I love you guys, but I just thought yesterday he wasn't doing it, and it really bothered me. I wanted him to take it out.
And his explanation stinks, by the way. I think if he was packing, he would have figured it out.
You might be right.
I think he had nothing going on in the front of his pants, and he found a way out by blaming human resources.
I did admit that yesterday, though, that I had to pee a lot, and it really was kind of like
if you had some
gnarled.
blood flowing and you had something happening, I think you would have figured it out.
I'm not even going to disagree. Maybe I would have taken more of a risk, but the way you talked it up, I mean, dude, I couldn't follow that explanation. Wait till you see his cock.
No, that doesn't make me look good. Dude, I have to be the one saying, wait till you see his cock.
It never would have lived up to its expectations.
Well, people have to understand that Jimmy has shown all his friends his cock.
Yeah.
It's just
relatives, too.
It's just part of the deal of being Jimmy's friend. What can I tell you? All right, Nick.
Don't say
Take it easy,
call it a perk.
Perk. I like the XM perks much better. We get free radios when we walk around.
Ooh, a lovely one, too.
All day long.
Nice yesterday, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Our meetings and everything, and at least we got some free stuff. They know how to placate us now. They give us free radios.
I got to tell you, the meetings were definitely worthwhile for once.
Yep.
Productive, yet they were still corporate meetings with some of that corporate lingo thrown in there. The first one was about the studios back in New York.
Right.
Which was very important. Good meeting. We want to get rid of those cubicles and get a space in there that we can have fun with.
We're getting rid of the dead weight.
Dead weight.
And I guess there's one holdout. Oh, is his life going to be a living hell?
Yeah, there's a holdout.
There's an actual holdout.
The railroad's coming through, and he doesn't want to move his homestead.
We have this space in New York. It's basically for us, and then you got cubicles where guys sort of work.
I don't know what goes on in there.
They don't really work, but no one's there to see that they're not working, so they're able to keep their jobs.
Perhaps they're doing something.
What are they doing?
Programming things.
You've been there over a year. You explain what those guys do. Seriously.
I've seen them on the computer a lot.
Yeah, they look at the screen, and what do they do?
I don't know.
And who's watching over them?
No one.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So they built this brand new facility at the Time Warner building. It's gorgeous. And
state of the art.
And basically they want to move all those guys over there, and then we would have this space because it's a small space to begin with.
But if you cleared out the cubicles and everything, it would be beautiful.
Oh, my God. You guys heard that, right?
Yeah, of course we heard that.
It's a big loud buzz.
You have any phones in your pocket, E-Rock? Huh?
Mine's not on.
All right.
E-Rock.
Anyway, so everyone is willing to move except one guy. And this facility is amazing.
Yeah.
It's only 2 blocks away.
Yeah.
So it's not even an inconvenience for anybody.
That's driving me nuts. I got to get the...
Mine's off.
Well, let's just move on. We'll figure it out.
What is it? Hand signals.
It could be in that room as well, you know.
Yeah.
We're all connected here, so if anyone has a phone or something in that other room or a BlackBerry, it's going to go off. So where were we?
About the guy who won't leave.
Yeah, so we found out there's a guy that won't leave for some reason.
Yeah. Refuses to leave, I guess because his commute is very short.
So... Yeah, but the place they want to move him is much nicer, and it's only 2 blocks away.
2 blocks away.
Is that how far it is?
Yeah.
That close, right?
Really, really close.
Just proving, man. There's just assholes in radio. Always have been and always will.
Well, listen,
they think they're so much more important than anyone else. It's like, just move, stupid. No one gives a crap about your dumb show.
If they can get the Jews out of the West Bank, pal, you're getting out of this facility.
Well, we have plans for the facility, including a stage and a stripper pole, so I guess we're just going to have to build all this stuff around his cubicle.
Well, I see.
Kind of like those construction projects you see in the city where you get these massive buildings and there's one stupid holdout, some dumb house that is about to fall down, but that person refused to sell, so you got to build around it.
So
that's
one leg of one corner of the building is up on a leg, and there's an empty space kind of in the corner of the building, and the old crappy house is under there.
Yeah.
And a beautiful skyscraper's above it.
Yeah, well,
what we're going to have to do is the studio that he wants to use, which is that closet with a microphone, that's in a corner, and then he needs some kind of a desk, which should always also be right in that corner, and then that should be walled off.
Right.
In a very small little section with a door and no window.
Yep.
When he's in there, the door must be shut, and he can do his job, be in the studio, and we can have shenanigans and hijinks going on outside without worrying about pulling down curtains and shades, and things can be done in the big space that we're having built.
But won't we need that? Which studio do you mean? Because you might need that studio. They're talking about making that now the soundboard area for where the band's.
Yeah, we'll figure it all out. I mean, the point I'm making is it's just amazing that there's one holdout when
get out
when they're actually sending him somewhere that's much nicer than our space. Our space is nice, and they've done a great job, designing it for us. But what they got at the Time Warner building is just unbelievable.
It's a new building. It's a brand new facility.
It's unbelievable.
And we're presenting things that obviously, and I do love the guys that work here that engineer all the stuff, the equipment, and put it in, but they really don't quite have a grasp on the artistry we want to throw into the place. This facility is great, but if you notice, every studio has the fingerprints of the guys that have built it on it. You know what I mean? The mics, they're the same. Consoles are the same. Everything's nicely. And we want to really do something different.
Mm-hmm.
We want this internal area that is now cubicles cleared out and a lounge built. We've talked about this since before we hit the air on XM. We want couches. We want subdued, nice club-like lighting. We want a raised stage, stripper poles, place where a band can perform on the stage, all kinds of jacks that can be put in the floors and the walls for microphones, wherever they need to be put in, couches, tables. And then I said, I would like my instant replay, where I...
Me love you, long time.
Just play my little sound clips, to be able to be brought out of my studio that we're in, out of my spot in our studio, and put on an end table near the couch. That seemed to... Did you see the looks it got? Like, well, we're going to need a place for it and things... No, just a plug for it.
Right, just a plug.
And it'll just sit. It doesn't have to be built into anything. It can just sit on an end table.
Just so we can plug it in and go.
So if I'm sitting on the side of the couch and I want to cue something up, I just hit the button. And then if we got to run back into the studio after we're done with the segment with a lot of people outside, I could just unplug it, run back in, plug it back in. We're set to go.
Right.
They don't understand, like, that type of thing. It's got to be something built in and permanent and
very sturdy and structured,
sturdy
and
things,
blueprints, and
they don't get the artistic. We want it to be like a club.
You know that one of the guys, he's going to go to a few strip clubs in New York
and look and see how they're set up.
Swear to God.
Yeah.
He's going to have an expense report that XM is going to be amazed by.
We want dark corners with chairs and couches, like a lap dance would go on there.
Yes, we do.
Like that, yeah.
Yeah, so one of the guys is taking this very seriously, and he's going to go to a few strip clubs to get the vibe of the lounges in those places. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. That was a good meeting, and I guess they're going to start that the first of the year or so, a couple weeks into the new year.
Well, the trouble is they have to find a place for all three of our instant replay machines once the new lounge is built.
No.
Jimmy.
Two.
Jimmy, I think a third one might be a bit much. And you've... hey, it looks easy.
It looks fun.
And it looks fun. But there's a little practice that goes with it. That's all.
I like to practice.
Maybe someday.
Anyway, so that was a good meeting, and then we talked to one of the big head honchos from XM Canada. That was fun.
Oh, that we did in the big conference room.
That was more of a, hey, guys, psyched that you're now being heard in Canada. Just wanted to say hi. Yeah. They are very, very pumped to have us on XM Canada.
Very excited.
And we're already talking about going up there for a live broadcast.
Yeah, we brought that up. It's going to be a facility that's built up there. And broadcasting from there would be great.
You know, they have officially like 200 people listening. Officially in Canada.
Officially.
Oh, there's a lot of people that got their XM units illegally, but officially now that you can do it, legally, they have 200 people so far.
Welcome.
And that's just going to ramp up like crazy.
So you figure
the weeks
percentage of 200 that we have listening. Hi, Bob. How you doing? How's the weather up there?
So that was fun because that's the start of something that's just going to be absolutely huge.
Yeah.
It was nice to... What was that guy's name? Ross or something? I forgot his first... I think it was Ross. It was Ross, right? Hey, Ross. He's listening every day, and he's actually a fan of the show.
Yeah.
And supposedly he's one of the guys that created that dumb Jack format.
Really?
Or they took his idea and then started calling it Jack in the States.
I've heard of 3 or 4 people who have claimed the Jack format.
Yeah.
One of which was our old Gary Wall.
Yeah, Gary Wall.
But he was apparently involved in the Jack format. I don't know.
Whatever.
I'm not a big fan of the Jack format, by the way. Like, sometimes you get into... I put the radio on when I get into the shower, and Jack is one of the stations I'll pass by and hear a good song on there. And then you get in the shower, you got face full of soap, and, Donna Summer comes on or something. Like, what the fuck is this? I gotta listen to this crap.
Turn the beat around.
Oh.
Huh?
I feel love.
They're trying to compete with the iPods, but you can't pick the songs.
Yeah.
Like, that just doesn't make any sense.
And there's commercials. It's just like an iPod on shuffle, people, but it's got commercials.
They got commercials, and you can't pick the songs that you could shuffle through.
No, they're not your favorites. They're someone else's.
But anyway, so that meeting was good, and then we talked to Gary Hahn about marketing and stuff, and we got some great news yesterday. We're going to have like a 4-story banner hanging off Madison Square Garden in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, there's going to be 4 big XM banners hanging from the garden, and it's going to feature the talent of XM. I guess Jeter's going to be on one, and we're going to be on one. And these things are gigantic.
4 stories.
Snoop and who else?
4 stories.
Snoop, Jeter, and who else? That's an Opie and Anthony.
Us. That'll be great. That's some good advertising right there.
What's the other one? Ellen, the 4th one?
No. I don't know. I have no idea.
Only 3?
There's
Only
3 banners.
What's all the notes?
Huh?
All right.
Well, trying to figure out what the
it's driving me nuts, that noise.
Well,
really
no, Ben wrote, also remember we can check out the Canadian channels today.
Yeah, oh, cool.
Yeah, they got some...
A couple of in French.
Well, they're pretty funny actually. They're like French rock stars. I don't know, rock bands.
Even though it's XM Canada, they aren't different satellites. You know, they're still bouncing off the same satellites. So the programming for Canada is available here. So you could tune in and listen to some French language music and some Canadian stations. And I'm curious to hear what that's all about.
We should maybe get a taste. Could we get a taste of those channels today? Like some of those rockers singing in French? All right, yeah, we'll figure that out.
Anything else with a Wi-Fi? Maybe a PSP?
Huh? They're working on it? Okay.
What's going on?
Is there somebody back in New York? Could that be? Is it alien invasion?
Is it Wiki?
It's more than usual.
Steve digesting?
Does he have his BlackBerry on him? If they have the BlackBerry on him in that room, that's what's going to cause it, no?
Who's got?
But we don't even get signals down in this area, so that doesn't make sense either.
The BlackBerry or phone itself sends off a signal, and that's what's doing it.
Yeah. Well, all right. It's
happening a lot.
We're really distracted, so why don't we take a break and we'll try to turn off some more BlackBerries and we'll continue with the meetings. Also, at 8 o'clock, I guess we could announce the arch enemy, finally.
Are you kidding?
8 or 9? I heard 9.
8 o'clock, we could announce the arch enemy. The press release goes out at 9.
Oh, okay.
So we get the first stab at it.
Why can't we do it now?
Yeah, why not 7:50?
Let's buck the system.
I'd rather make these fuckers wait.
I wouldn't tell them at all.
They've waited forever.
They're impatient.
Yeah, don't tell them even when you can.
So we can announce it at 8 o'clock. And it's a big deal, and it's whatever. We'll get into that in a few minutes. Also, we'll play the sexy phone message. We promised that here. Should we play it now?
Ooh. Yes.
Huh? Ben's like, we need to take some extra break.
Is this
today.
the sexy phone message? Oh, okay.
Let's take a break.
I have one with my friend singing into my cell phone. It's kind of cute.
I heard that.
Oh, you can play. I don't give a fuck.
Crazy Opie.
Oh, and interns for the for winter 2005, email resume and cover letter to Ben at foundrymusic.com and Steve at foundrymusic.com if you want to be an intern for the winter of 2005.
Another batch of morons. It
wouldn't be 2000, whatever.
We were having fun the other day trying to equate the people from the show to Star Trek characters. You being, Kirk. I would be Spock. Jimmy taking on more of the Bones role. And then...
how am I Bones?
Yeah, how is he Bones?
You're just a crotchety old fucker that just kind of comes in and blurts shit out. You always got nasty things to say. You're kind of like Bones.
All right, as long as I'm not Sulu.
And then we thought...
Faggot he is.
We thought like Ben was Uhura. Always on the phone, just bitching about something. Starfleet. and Than would be Sulu just because he's tall and
queer.
has an Asian name, even though he's not, and queer. And then the Chekhov thing could be battled out between two of the other people that really don't do much. And the interns, every single one of them, red shirts. That if they got killed right in front of you, wouldn't fucking matter. That's what the interns amount to. Star Trek red shirts. Old guys leave, new guys come in, no one really cares or misses them.
There you go.
And a whole new batch is coming in. What do you got there, Don Wicklin?
For you? Thank you. What is it?
That's for you, Jimmy. It's in some bubble wrap.
We're getting presents?
Pull it out.
Ooh, thank you.
Let me see.
You
saw
it yesterday.
Oh, wow.
Very nice.
Look at that.
Are you gonna mail these up or something?
Yeah.
This is great.
It's a 1-year commemorative little picture of us. It's got a MiFi in it, and it's got a little plaque. Presented to Anthony Cumia for 1 year of more gooder broadcasting on XM Satellite Radio.
Wait, mine's different.
Engraved in a beautiful silver plaque.
It has a Wi-Fi.
Very nice.
This is wonderful.
Yeah, take a picture of that and throw it up on the website. Very nice, Don. Thank you.
Thank you, Don.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.
Look how appreciated we feel now.
That's very nice. I guess that's cool.
That's good.
It's either this or a check. I'll take this.
We're starting to feel more wanted by XM, that's for sure. Thank you, Don.
You're welcome. Very nice.
Mail is up to the New York office. We'll hang them proudly somewhere.
I'll put that in my home.
Yes, I'll hang that up in my apartment.
It's from Johnny for that part in the movie.
All right.
Take it away.
The Canadian channel's ready? You guys want to take a listen to the Canadian channel on XM?
Take it away. Yeah, I want to hear some of that.
All right, ready, Derek?
What's he saying?
I don't know. The audio is fucked up. I can't understand it.
Is it backwards? That's French. This is wonderful music. Welcome, Canada, to XM Satellite Radio.
What the hell, man?
It's not bad. It's like kind of like pop.
You
Like
should only be
pop.
allowed to sing in English. I mean, come on.
I don't know. What about 99 Luftballons?
What's wrong? This is nothing different than Inagata Davida. Couldn't understand what he was saying, but it rocked. Wow, that was pretty good. I'm glad we got the end, because now we could hear a different song and see the differences.
Oh, this is a different song?
I think. Right? Oh. What do you think?
I don't know.
It's like a French Billy Idol. I mean, it sounds like pop 80s, like rock pop in the late 80s. It's not bad.
It just seems like they're struggling when they have to sing in another language.
To you? He's having a fine time with it.
He's smooth as silk.
Does it rhyme?
I have no idea, man. It just seems like it's a struggle.
I took 2 years of French.
All right, what is he saying?
Something fond.
This is on Channel 100, Air Musique. Something like that. Musique. All right, thanks, Derek.
Let me translate. Wait, it was something fond.
Shut up. Someone's saying they can't hear it. Can't hear the fucking music.
Oh, boy.
Holy shit, just go to a fucking break.
Make no mistake about it. Ooh. These are evildoers.
Yes. Blah, 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 blah.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show. Live from Washington, D.C. They have no justification for their actions. The Opie and Anthony Show. This is evil.
Like sand through the hourglass, so is the Oday virus.
First, we should just reintroduce ourselves with Twatto.
Okay.
All right. I think that's...
Twatto, man.
Yeah, let's...
See, that's something negative. If I would have taken that off, it wouldn't have been a good radio show.
See? You're right.
See, I didn't have it taken off.
Very smart.
And you're still convinced it's what? A shaving accident that went wrong?
No, it's just something that I was meant to have you guys exploit.
Right.
Tetherball. Yeah, but what is it?
No, I'm just saying.
What do you think it is? I forget what you used to tell us.
I remember shaving once. You know, I was like a bottomless dancer.
Yeah.
And on 42nd Street and 8th Avenue at this place called Las Vegas Bar. And I said, you know, my pussy is too hairy. I said, yeah. And everyone's shaving their pussy those days. You know, they had that, the little girl type of pussy. So I said, let me shave. So I did, and I think that's what happened, and I never shaved again. Because I can swear that happened from shaving, but
yeah, she
I don't
hasn't
remember.
shaved down there in
I don't
a
think
long
it was
time.
You have a big bush. It looks like someone's hiding in there. little Vietnamese guys in your fucking snapper hiding there.
Right, like your beard if you let it grow.
Oh,
no, it's a genital wart. It's a genital wart, but she will not admit it.
Never.
It is a genital wart?
Yeah, let's take the pants off.
Yeah, let's take a look at Twatto.
Hey, I don't know. My pussy's like up for it, But anyway,
show it. Don't be shy.
Yeah, don't be shy.
Have you seen? You've seen?
Yeah, I don't care.
Pull your pants down. We've all seen you naked.
Move your hand.
Yeah, we got to see that.
It's gotten bigger.
Boss threw up.
It's
gotten bigger.
Oh, you should see like Gene Wilder. It looks like a brain in a jar in a lab.
Oh,
Rich threw up.
Show me again.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, Rich, look. Boss, come on, look. Boss, look at it. Look at it. Look at it, Rich.
Have it tested.
He's gagging again.
No, it's really a heart shape. Remember Valentine's Day?
Oh.
It's a heart.
Oh my God.
What the fuck?
What is that?
Jesus, put an APB on that fucking...
Rich can't take it. Would you suck that into your mouth really slow?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Somebody actually sucked on that.
Somebody's fucking that? It's like a speed bump by the pussy.
I haven't had sex in a long time.
I can't imagine why.
No,
Look at that thing.
Really?
Mr. Paulo sucked on that.
Who?
Paulo. Remember Paulo from Ron and Fez?
Yeah. That fat guy?
Yeah.
With the fat stomach?
He got on his knees and he sucked on...
He did not.
He sucked on Twatto.
I sucked his dick, but he didn't suck Twatto.
Isn't there one in the back door, too?
Yeah. Yeah, you have a hemorrhoid.
Yeah.
She's happy about this. Her pussy looks like a rubber glove hanging, and she's happy.
What can I do, Rich? What am I going to
Get it cut off.
No,
That's what everybody does with those.
Yeah, but then I couldn't be on here and expose it.
You could take it around in a jar with you.
Yeah.
Just no. I mean, I like it. I like my Twatto.
Opie and Anthony, the virus is spreading.
And we're back with the Opie and Anthony program, live from Washington, D.C. Day 2. The One virus spreading across America, now being heard in Canada.
The world, Opie. How long before we are worldwide? We are through the internet.
Through the fine internet. We got listeners all over the world. We hear from them on a weekly basis.
Our boys over there in Iraq.
And there's a nice XM satellite radio commercial on the TV as we speak.
Ooh.
Direct TV and XM satellite radio. Nice.
Yes.
Look at that. Very cool. That's the first time I'm seeing that. That Canadian rock thing would have worked if we could have shared the actual sound with the listeners.
Well, at least we heard it, which is the most important thing, really.
I hear all you heard was just us going, commenting to dead air, basically, to nothing.
Dead air. Hey, what language is that? Yeah, we'll do the same break right now. Wow, what was that? What's he saying?
By the way, we came back with Disturbed, Land of Confusion, the old Genesis song. They made rock. Mm-hmm. And Disturbed's going to be in studio Tuesday, December 13th at 9 a.m.
Nice.
That's going to be very, very cool. Big fans of Disturbed. And speaking of music, Black Sabbath.
Yes.
Got 1 million emails overnight.
Finally into the hall. Finally.
And I gotta say, it was all because of Jimmy Norton.
Yes.
Your constant bitching and whining about this, I think they finally gave in.
Well, I think they finally were realizing how irrelevant they are when they've completely shut out metal, at all, almost, except for Zeppelin. I mean, they shut it out almost completely. Mm-hmm. It's like, we get it, Miles Davis was a genius, we know. And he was great, but it's like there's other forms of music besides that.
What's wrong with Miles Davis?
Nothing. What I'm saying,
make it sound like...
No. What I'm saying is that's the only thing they recognize is a certain attitude in music. And like Ozzy said when he was in studio, the guy was like, what should Ozzy get an award for, the best bat biting? It's like, you fucking faggots. Good for Sabbath. They deserve it.
Weren't they saying something like, though, if they are offered, they'll tell them to go fuck themselves? Or...
I don't know. I would love Sabbath to turn them down. I don't expect them to. I bet you Ozzy would be comfortable turning them down. Yeah. But the rest of the guys, I just, they shouldn't turn them down. You got to go in.
All right, so it's going to be the it's going to be Black Sabbath and the Sex Pistols?
Yeah, there's also Blondie and Miles Davis and Leonard Skinner, the remaining, so that's fine. But Sabbath is certainly the highlight of that, induction.
No, Leonard Skinner above Black Sabbath.
No.
Holy crap, what is wrong with you?
Skinner was good.
I agree. Black Sabbath is above Blondie and the Sex Pistols.
The highlight I'm saying is Sabbath over Leonard Skinner.
No fucking way, dude.
They wrote very good. Sweet Home Alabama is a fantastic song. So is the Ballad of Curtis Lowe. And
look, we got a real expert that has just entered the studio to talk about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and Black Sabbath and the Sex Pistols and Skinner and Blondie and Miles Davis. Leonard Skinner or Black Sabbath, Mr. Abrams?
Yeah, it's a tough one. I'd have to go with Sabbath, no question.
Of course you would.
What?
Well, yeah, I think, that's a hard one, but...
Why would you go with Sabbath over Skinner? Don't you think Skinner was more influential?
No.
Why not?
I mean, Skinner was great. They, they created a lot of anthems and, had a lot of, crisis and emotion in their careers and all that. But I just think... particularly with Ozzy, just a little edge there. But, it's tough.
When will Kim Carnes get her due?
I think it should happen immediately. I am so disappointed at the rock and roll community in general for the lack of appreciation.
Who hasn't thrown their arms up to Betty Davis Eyes?
What a great song. My all-time 5 favorites, probably Kashmir. You got to do A Day in the Life, Betty Davis Eyes.
Yeah.
Won't Get Fooled Again.
That was a good one.
that was
Day in the Life is great.
But you know what? This whole Rock and Roll Hall of Fame thing, I don't know. It just reeks of kind of like commercialization.
What's the motivation here? What's their ulterior motive to any of their decisions?
To get more people into the actual facility
into
and
the building over there.
I mean,
again, now a lot of Ozzy fans and Black Sabbath fans are going to go in there now.
No.
Now, Jimmy, I know Jimmy did not want to go.
I would refuse to go.
Refused to go. I didn't go because it just seems to me like
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. No, I would do nothing but throw a Molotov cocktail at that place.
I am disturbed by the whole concept. I mean, the idea is right.
Go with that?
Not me. I don't know.
Now would you go?
I don't know. I'll see how it goes at the induction. I'll see how Sabbath feels about it. I don't know. I still don't like it.
Something about these guys, going to this big black tie event, and it's like not rock and roll. It's ridiculous.
Who votes, though? Who votes? Guys from Rolling Stone magazine, right? Who else votes?
I don't know. It's just, but, there's some bands who will never make it in. Again, for example, it's one of my personal favorites, but yes, they'll never get in there because these people just think that they're, useless or something. I don't know.
Yes,
Moody
it's not
Blues.
good.
Yes, well,
you know
yes, yes.
Come on.
What can I tell
you? No,
you?
the early yes was pretty. Look, we'll go on the car later. No, not that era. First 4 albums, I mean, they were...
Bands lose my attention after 9 minutes, okay?
No.
And Yes had many songs that went over 9
minutes. But did Freebird lose your attention?
Yeah, by the end,
okay. Well,
the live version, certainly, yes.
Anyway, back to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Yeah, it's just something disturbing about it.
Who else? Who's in it besides the obvious Beatles and, Zeppelin? Who else is in it? That's like, Aerosmith. How did Aerosmith, as a good band, how did they get in ahead of Sabbath? All the great riffs that Iommi played.
Probably the record company.
What about all the riffs that Aerosmith came up with?
Very good ones.
They came up with a ton of riffs.
How many hits?
Well, Walk This Way.
Hits.
Walk This Way was a great one, and the theme song from the old Armageddon.
Holy shit! You downplay every band.
Personally, I just think
it goes from one extreme to the other.
It doesn't have anything to do with rock and roll, really, in my opinion. I mean, there are others who...
have you been to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland?
Yes.
I went about a year ago. It sucks. It stinks.
Popularity contest, right?
It looks like
politics. It's all rock, the evil side, the dark side of rock and roll. Some of these early rock guys who are in it would probably roll over in their graves.
They don't even have anything on display that's that impressive. It's a lot of stuff that looked like it was just in someone's attic somewhere that they didn't care about. Like, all right, we'll give it to the Hall of Fame.
And here's what it's all about. Meanwhile, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame will give the general public an opportunity to win tickets to the induction ceremony for the first time ever. The institution will hold a raffle for 4 seats of 2 tickets for the ceremony, and a raffle ticket costs $100. Net proceeds from the raffle will support the educational programs at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and Museum. So the money's going to go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Museum. $100 just to buy a raffle ticket that they pick out of a hat there, and you might win a seat to the ceremony. So they're going to make a lot of money off of that. Yeah.
Who is it, all press? Those guys in all press?
Press, yeah. Who else is
I don't know. I really don't know.
Not open to the general public. This is a little club.
Yeah, that's what it is. A little boys' club.
Why wouldn't you let the fans be involved?
And you sit there and go, I'm not involved. I can't go.
Ugh, pompous jizzbags.
Yeah, there's a lot of, just I think part of the problem with the whole music industry, radio, everything, is just the over-commercialization of it, the Wall Streetization of the whole thing.
Yeah. We were in your office yesterday. You got to talk about that propeller we saw.
Oh, yeah, it's a good story. Me and I was speaking at this independent music thing up in New Haven. Didn't want to go alone. Asked around, who's in independent music wants to come with me. So John Stevens, Satan, great guy, but unusual look. But anyway, he's into it, and him and his girlfriend said, yeah, we'll go. So we flew up there, did this presentation, flew back, had a real good time. And that was a Saturday. And then Monday, I get into my office, and there's this big propeller. I thought, wow, where'd this come from? And I found out John got it for me. I thought he went to a flea market and all that. And I said, where'd you get this? And he said that he was real drunk in a bar 4 years ago, stole it, had it in his garage, and decided to bring it in. So it's a stolen propeller from a bar. I asked him where the bar, he didn't even remember. But then also, just a little history of the thing, looked up the serial number of the propeller, went online, we called the company that makes the propeller, and they tracked it down. And some bozo landed this plane without putting the wheels down.
Yeah, because they're curled up on the edge. Yeah. The propeller's kind of curled at the edges.
That was a big mistake.
Yeah, that is a biggie. Was it a single engine?
Yeah, and from like 1962.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Wow, and his gear wasn't down, and he just kind of... What a surprise when you're landing, and you're going, boy, I should have really hit the runway by now.
That's real bad.
Yeah.
You don't do that. So we had Paul McCartney here a few weeks ago.
Yes. How did that go? Jimmy's losing it.
I'm so mad that I missed that. I was in L.A.
Oh, let me tell you. It was, first of all, it took a year and a half to put together because we're dealing with royalty. And you'd think the Pope was coming. The setup 2 weeks before was unbelievable. Every day, phone calls, emails. First of all, I got to say their whole organization is incredibly professional. And, they're great guys, but my God, the detail. The night before the event, it was a Saturday, on Friday night, 12 people come in, a SWAT team, talking into their little wrist watches, Red Leader 2 to Fox 3, and they're sweeping the place for security and all that. And they look at the piano stool where Paul was going to sit, and oh my God, this won't work, no, deal's off. Wow, what's wrong? There was a leather trim on the piano.
Oh, boy, yeah.
So we rushed out, got a wooden one, and that was fine. Then
Why is he against all animal usage?
Oh, my goodness.
Good for him. Good, Paul.
And then that's he's into that.
Shut up, Jimmy.
I'm starting to get into that, but go ahead.
You are not.
Yes, I am.
You are not.
No, I really am. I'm telling you. Good for Paul.
And that's his wife having influence.
I know.
Right?
I agree with the
both wives, the old one and the new one.
Right. Then they went into the green room and saw the leather couches and completely freaked out. I'm about to throw the deal out the window. And then we got these big guys to come in, and these things were bolted, pulled them out, and then brought cloth ones in. And then the rider was interesting, pistachio nuts, but must be farmed in Bolivia because they don't use animal fertilizer.
Lighten the fuck up about the goddamn animal.
Good, Paul.
It was unbelievable. Then the next day, finally we got through that, and just, nightmares of logistics with these guys. And the next day, he goes on at 4, has to be out at 5, exactly, for sound check. And there were all these rules, nobody looks at Paul, nobody talks to him, no eye contact, and all this sort of stuff.
And that's probably not his, that's just his people.
Well, yeah, and they're protecting him. But anyway, it's 3 o'clock, and he's coming in from Dulles Airport, which is like an hour and a half away. It's raining, everything.
He took a plane?
He took a private plane, yeah.
A plane which runs on fossil fuel?
That's a good point.
It's made from fucking animal. You want to go that? You get in a Conestoga wagon and go to your next gig, Paul.
I'll bring that up. But we're freaking because we thought he's never going to make it. This thing's not going to happen. At 20 minutes after 3, 20 minutes later, 7 police cars pull up. And you hear it 3 blocks away, and police escort. They escorted Paul from Dulles, walks out, greatest guy in the world. Don't really talk to him, don't make eye contact, to, he's hugging everybody, and, hey, mate, this.
Was he taking pictures?
They wouldn't allow. They had their own photographer, and they took plenty of pictures. And he was like, "Hey, come on, get us a picture." And he was
no film in the camera, probably.
Actually,
just
saw the
snap,
pictures.
snap. You'll never see him again.
And he was amazing. And then when it was over, it was like, phew. But I mean, again, his team is real professional. But you'd think the president or the Pope with the wristwatches and radios and
take him to Peter Luger's.
Well, he's already been shot. I mean, one of the Beatles has already been killed, so I guess, you know what I mean? So it's not like it's a crazy thing. It could happen. I mean, obviously there's so many loons out there. Good for them.
Yeah.
He's a sir, too. I guess he's
bigger than the president.
Yeah.
Way bigger than the president.
God, I wish I could
Sells more records.
Good for him. He doesn't fuck with the animals. I like that.
No, you don't.
I really do. I'm starting to like Peter.
What did you eat last night?
Animal.
Right.
I'm not an activist. I just hate people that wear fur. I fucking hope that you get
What about
burned.
leather?
Yeah, I wear some of it.
Then what's the difference?
I'm not saying I'm not.
What's the goddamn difference?
Leather has become like belts and stuff. The things that I just wear out of necessity. I don't have. You know how I dress. I don't wear particularly fashionable clothes. I don't wear stuff to be fashionable. Leather's practical.
Have you had Nugent on the show?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But even Ted Nugent, he shoots animals, he eats them. That's fine. I'm not talking about a guy who lives off.
Wait, you're not kidding?
No. It makes me physically sick.
Oh, Nugent? I got some Nugent stories.
What makes you physically sick?
We're on to something here, because we thought he was actually kidding about this crap.
I'm not an activist, but when they abuse animals for fur, it really annoys me. It really annoys. It's just arrogance, and there's no need for it.
No such thing as abusing animals.
Yeah, they're all
when
right.
you're using them.
No, they're lovely.
We are. You know what we are? Top of the food chain.
I know.
Masters of this planet. Until a big shiny ship comes down and decides that we are tasty, we are going to be masters of this planet.
I eat meat, so I'm not saying that I'm a vegan.
Fur, leather, meat, all right there for our picking, my friend.
I don't like it. I don't like the way they treat them. I don't like the way they beat them by their little feet. It's just cruel. I hate bullies.
Beat them by their feet?
That's how they knock them out. They grab them by their feet and they fucking smash their heads.
But that's what they do with the chickens you eat.
I know. I can't even argue.
Those are
You know how we do it? We put a little thing in their assholes which zaps them, which I know can be hot in certain videos, but there's no need to do it. It's just unnecessary.
For what animal do we do that with?
I don't know. I saw a video, one of those PETA videos.
Do you know how many chickens and things have to be killed to feed this country?
A lot.
Do you know how long it would take to go, lullaby, go to sleep, little chicken, go to sleep. And then once his little eyes shut, what do? You hold his little nostrils and clink his beak shut?
I'm not talking about that. I'm not coming off as an activist saying don't eat meat is murder.
You want every chicken to be put in a little car seat and rolled backwards in a minivan into a lake?
5 little chickens in a tub?
In a tub? Rub-a-dub-dub?
No, I'm talking about these fucking cunt models that are wearing fur like Elle Macpherson. I hope she is raped by a fucking cow.
First of all,
I love the horse that killed the guy with his dick. Good one for the animals.
Well, whenever one is chalked up for the animals, then I'm fine with that.
That's all I'm talking about.
But fur is warm, and it is beautiful, and it is so soft to the touch.
It is. It's nice when you're trading pelts in 1830, but there's no need for it because we have things that are just as good that would feel just as good that are fake.
No, it's not.
They could.
There is nothing as good as real fur.
It's not necessary.
Real leather.
Leather I have less of a problem with.
Why?
Because I'm not coming off from this is right and it's absolute. I'm not saying I don't use certain animal products. I'm only saying...
Because a little mink is a cute little guy.
Fuck him. I don't even care about minks.
And a cow sticks his tongue up his nostrils in the field.
No, well, part of it, yeah. No, I don't care about that
That's
shit.
what it is.
I don't care about the minks. I just don't like the brutality that goes into it. So some fucking twat can run around a club in Miami and look... It just makes me want to bite their fucking faces. It really annoys me.
Wow.
Really bugs me.
I had no idea.
That coming.
It bugs me.
I had no idea about that one.
No.
But Jason makes a good point from yesterday. Let's say hi to
Jason.
Jason.
No, he doesn't.
Jason on Long Island.
Hey, morning, guys.
What's up?
Let me get this right. Is this the same Jimmy who suggested to you, Anthony, that you put a puggle in a burlap sack and hit it with a ball-peen hammer?
Here's the difference, dude. That's funny and hot. And I'm not wearing the puggle. I'm not saying you shouldn't kill something for shitting on your rug.
Tony in Brooklyn.
Jimmy, you've turned into
Yes, sir. What? No, stop, dude.
We didn't hear you.
You're an L.A. faggot, Jimmy.
Oh, stop. I've always been like that. My first act of bravery in my life was saving a cat from a bully. No, I've always had a problem with that.
What do you mean you saved the cat from a bully?
Yeah, this bully in the neighborhood was putting a cat in a little box with nails, and I saved it.
Leave him alone!
I don't like it. It's bullying. It's just something really arrogant about it. It's always annoyed me.
I don't like cruelty to animals.
It drives me nuts.
I don't like, seeing somebody kicking their dog's liver, things like that.
All right.
Upsets me. But when it comes to our human survival and our human comfort and experience as the top of the food chain, I'm all for it. Herd them up, shoot the bolt through their heads. Let me see the skin. I want the meat. Everything.
I'll agree with you on survival, even certain comforts, but there's just it goes to me in an unnecessary place. There's an article that just set me off today in the Post called this woman named PETA, and she's like, it's called PETA versus PETA. She's like, I have a confession. I love my fur. And all I'm thinking about is fucking driving a hammer into this bitch's back. I really want to smash her with a hammer. She bugs me.
What's wrong with fur?
I just seen too many videos. It bugs me. I've watched too many of the videos. I can't. It just really annoys me.
From the fur industry?
No.
From PETA.
No, the undercover videos.
Propaganda videos.
But they're accurate. It's like the beheading videos.
Of course, that's going on.
The beheading videos are accurate.
But
they show the savagery.
Every single furrier and every single place that produces fur is that? Or do you think they're going to the absolute worst friggin' shitholes and showing what that's all about?
I think, to be honest with you, it's the majority of the way they do things. I really do, because I think it's the majority. I'm not saying everyone. Yeah, I know.
It's a business.
There's ways to justify it.
Jimmy, you're taking it very personal. It's strictly business.
I just don't like it. It bugs me. And just looking at this, and then looking at Elle Macpherson.
What do you want to do? Go up to that mink and go, but a bee!
I fucking want to kick her. The more these fucking pigs vomit, the happier I am. I can't stomach them.
What else is in that article? Basically that, obviously.
It's basically just that, and then there's a thing here which I actually didn't look at. It was something to do with 6 degrees of separation. It's just these stupid...
Oh, no, that's just...
Hollywood lust thing.
No, that's your thing, and that's fine. I respect your opinion. That's fine. But somebody like Sir Paul... who is fantastic, legend and everything, being upset that a stool has a little bit of leather on it, that is kooky. That I put in the category of you're kooky. Or just like the most pussy-whipped beetle ever.
Does he eat fur? Does he eat meat?
Does he eat fur?
Look at it.
I meant meat. Does he eat fur?
Probably. Yeah.
No.
That incident with the leather on the piano, I think he probably wouldn't have even noticed. But, he has his team that
has to sweep the area.
Make sure everything's perfect.
And Nugent, look, I don't mind Nugent's stance on hunting. He hunts and shit. I don't care about that stuff. The whole thing about taking a kid to the Make-A-Wish Foundation and kill a bear fucking annoyed me. Shut up. That little douchebag, no. How much longer is he going to be here? Fuck him.
No more Make-A-Wish for the poor little bear.
Exactly.
Bear running around going, where's my wish?
What happened?
I wish I wouldn't get a fucking bullet in the head.
Right. That kind of bugs me. Ted annoys me with that shit. But I mean, look.
I love when Nugent's on the air with us, though.
I know, he's a little annoying, but thank you very much, Uncle Ted. We know. You're Uncle Ted. We know. We know. The guy who's going to set the record straight is here. Get out of the way, folks. Uncle Ted's coming. We get it.
Lee, you got some Ted Nugent stories?
Well, yeah, a couple, lots. One was back years ago at a station we were going to looking at getting rock stars for morning shows. And actually we talked to... 3 of them. Ozzy was one of the candidates. He couldn't really speak
for XM?
No, this was Z-Rock.
Z-Rock.
I remember that.
Oh, yeah, it was great. So, Ozzy was, well, that won't work. Then we had Alice Cooper on the air, who was great, but we were hoping that, he'd bite off the heads of stuff. But he was, just a real nice guy. It's almost too nice. But, and then we had Nugent in, so I had to live with him for 2 weeks. We gave him each a 2-week trial. First thing he does when he gets into town, goes to his hunting buddies to shoot elk, brings them to the hotel, puts them in the freezer so he can have fresh meat to eat.
Problem, Jimmy?
Every day when we got off the air,
Okay.
There'd be 30 cops there. All, Ted, come with us, Fort Worth Vice. We're going to bust some assholes this morning. No, Ted, come with us, Fort Worth Pussies. We're Richardson, Texas Police. We're going to do some drug things and really get some of the vermin off the streets. It was unbelievable.
They wanted Ted along?
Every day.
Then
Then
busting people.
After the thing, we were trying to
Embarrassing for the perp.
put something together. So I went to his house, and his manager picked me up. He lives in a compound. It's right out of Apocalypse Now. Compound in the middle of Michigan. His manager picks me up in Detroit, and we drive out there. He says, well, we're having lunch with Ted. And, oh, no. You know, so we're going to eat what he just killed that morning. I was freaking the whole way. I didn't want to insult him and not eat, caribou. Fortunately, he cooked fish that morning. But what was really interesting is, I mean, he's unbelievable. He's like, thinks nothing. First of all, he's dressed in army fatigues, has a sidearm, a knife in his boot, a machete in his back. He's armed for the war. This is at home, just hanging out, relaxing. He thinks nothing of it. Just walks over to the this panoramic patio that overlooks the lake and all that. Grabs a gun, just starts shooting birds. Hits all of them. Boom, boom, boom. Hate birds, whatever. And then told a story about how this is kind of cruel, but weirdly funny. He saw a cat. I'm gonna shoot the. I can't do that. Why not? Well, once he came back from vacation and saw a cat walking around the house. Ran into the house. Blew the cat away, just bam, point blank. And then his wife kind of freaked out and said, that was Buffy. We were house sitting it for our neighbor. And everything in his house is made out of, he doesn't smoke or anything. There's ashtrays made out of skulls of baboon he nailed. But, I mean, he's just so passionate about it. But also, one of the great things about his house was going on a Humvee ride with him through his private jungle. And he doesn't care about anything. He's running over trees, and it's just really surreal.
He's more reckless than just an environmentalist, like he likes to present himself as the hunter environmentalist. I think Ted just likes destroying shit.
Well, he hasn't
bought his own little place where he can just run shit over and shoot anything on his property.
He has an opinion on everything, but it all gets back to hunting. It's what do you think of the baseball strike? They'll go on about the baseball strike. These guys are bastards. If they would hunt more, they finally got into why baseball players are striking because they don't hunt enough.
Yeah. Which is just as kooky as Bernie Getz, who says that if everybody was vegetarian, there would be no wars and everybody would be peaceful with each other. So
there are a lot of countries that are heavy vegetable that are warring.
Yeah, exactly.
And how about this? When Bill Ward and I are supposed to do a little rock show together, I'd like to know when that's going to happen.
That's right.
Bill Ward agreed.
To set that up.
Bill Ward agreed to do it.
Bill Ward and Jimmy Norton doing a little show for XM.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a 2-hour or whatever thing on one of the rock stations.
Oh, come by after you get off. We'll talk.
I can't. I have to go on a train.
Oh.
Head back to the Big Apple, as we say.
I see. Let's talk tomorrow. We'll get that going. Absolutely.
I'd love to, if he wants to do it.
And Lee was also featured on The Apprentice with Eric
That
Logan.
was pretty bizarre.
You got to say, I think, 2 words.
No, it was, it says no words. There were subtitles, though.
Oh, that's right.
What was weird, though, is we taped for 2 days, and I was thinking, man, we're going to be all over this thing. And then, so like about a second and a half with a subtitle. Yeah. And then, but did get to meet Donald, who was, he reminded me of the business Terminator. Like if you picture the Terminator walking into a room, has his presence. He had that same presence, except instead of like destroying things, it was just business.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool, though, the whole thing.
We liked talking to him a couple weeks ago. He was fun.
Yeah, I heard that.
He was a good time.
Cool. The guy is all about business, though. Like I can never imagine what point in a relationship with this guy where you would finally talk about anything but his millions of dollars in buildings and anything else,
Yeah, he's got a lot of that.
Has them all in his pockets like so many nickels and dimes.
Yeah. That'll let us draw from the well. Let us wet our beaks.
Very good. There's something else I wanted to ask you. Oh, we were talking about the jack format and all that. Yeah,
let's.
Lee Abrams loves this stuff. I mean, commercial radio is just becoming a joke now with the jack format.
Oh, it's hilarious. It's actually funny. It's that thing is what I call focus group format. They get a focus group together, a bunch of people, and they say, we want more variety. So they say, okay, we'll create a new format with more variety. But it's the same bullshit. First of all, they're lying. We play what we want. No, you don't. You're playing what your research list says you should play. That happens to mix, the In Excess next to Andy Williams. And then, we play. There's no we. You don't have any DJs on here. What's this we shit?
Right.
And then they just won't cut the cord. You hear their production, their sounds they do between the songs. It's still the old 1978 30-year-old Star Wars. Pew, pew, with the angry Jack. We play what we want. I'm pissed off. Like lighten up with the Star Wars and the pissed off shit. And then, they talk about how revolutionary, there's nothing, it's just like, it's bullshit. And I think it is the right idea. It's okay, want to try something that's, but they commend them for that, but they just won't, again, cut the cord from the old way of radio, lying to listeners with big voices. It's just, God. And their whole thing about how they're so progressive and adventurous and we're throwing out the rule book. No, you're not. There's probably more traditional research put into those jack formats than anything else. But here's the thing that really gets me. I just can't believe this. The sheep concept. It's like, okay, station starts a jack format. Great. At least you're trying something new. Then all these other stations try the same thing. Okay, fine. But they all call it Jack or Bob or Steve or Mike or Chuck. It's like, can't you come up with another fucking name? I mean, geez, how about, Radio Bizarro, anything but Chuck, Bob, Steve, Mike. And I've actually seen these press releases, taking the Jack concept to the next level, rethinking it, revolutionizing it, introducing Bob. What the? It's unbelievable. Yeah. And again, the thing that just gets me is what's wrong with these people? It's like, great. You recognize that between the XM and even, the iPods and all the other stuff out there, there are new challenges and their listenership's going down. Want to try something new? Great. But it's, for all the wrong reasons. They go 30% of the way, and they maintain that 70% just bullshit that's gotten them in the same place they've been in. So.
There's just a fear of really doing something different.
Yeah, totally.
They fear for their jobs. They fear for, if something falls on its ass, and it was their new idea that isn't one of these things that have been tried and true, then, I mean, you're fucked. And they'd rather not take that chance.
Won't cut the cord. Same attitude on the air, same, research is fine, but it's got to be balanced with some art and, emotion in there, but still that same research. So it's for all the wrong reasons.
Creativity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd be nice. And
that would be real nice.
But, from a purely business standpoint, it's a cheap format to run because you don't have to hire any DJs. And
right.
You don't have to think very much. It's like... Call it Jack, and
commercial radio is just a disaster.
It's
and
sad.
Lee helped build the whole FM, rock station thing. And what it's become, it's pretty sad, right?
But it's great for XM. I mean, 20 years ago, we may not have had this opportunity. Now, it's like, it's kind of like when FM came in the 70s. The timing was so right because AM was really... living in the 50s and too many commercials and choices, blah, 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 gone forever. And FM came in just at the right time to give Hendrix a place to live, and Black Sabbath, and and now it's the same thing. FM is running off a 1973 playbook, and the timing is so right for something like XM, and that's part of the magic of it all.
Very good. Well, it's Lee Abrams, everyone.
Well, thank you very much.
Flags for beer.
Hey, no problem.
Wonderful to have
I'm going to go have some bacon.
I had some this morning.
There's just a vat of bacon back there.
I had a couple pieces.
Of course you did.
Bacon.
If it wasn't for my acid reflux, I'd probably eat more. But, Lee, the things it does to me.
Yeah.
All right.
Where'd you pick it? The bacon tree, Jimmy?
No, I don't.
Or do you know that they sliced that off a pig that squealed his last squeal when they slit his throat?
I only eat meat from animals that have died of natural causes.
It's going to be a little chewy.
I don't like eating lobster for that reason. I feel bad for it. It's like, I know they kill animals. I know it's whatever. But I just don't like the idea they got to throw it into a pot. Fucking, can't you just knock it out first? How hard is that? Clunk
Who knows where its head is?
I don't know.
Take a little hammer and go, what, you asshole, that was my back.
Can't you give these animals drugs? Just like
drugs?
Really cool.
I don't want drugged food.
Like, knock them out.
That messes up the taste. That's why they don't want to do that stuff.
Imagine having to sit there and wait for some kind of drug to kick in.
Yeah.
Give them some kind of a funeral, and then what? Put them in the pot?
Good point.
Let's go to Derek in Georgia. Derek.
It's Eric.
All right, it says Derek on the line. Sorry, Eric.
Okay, it's okay, guys. Hey, how about two things? How about telling us who the fucking arch enemy is and play the horny girl? For God's sake, you tease-happy cockmouths.
All right.
I'll punch it out.
All right, we'll do the horny message right now. That's right. We got this thing that came in. Steve finds the best audio online. Oh, you're leaving for this?
Oh, no, I'll stay for this.
What's the matter with you?
Why, you don't want to hear some girl like...
Lee.
I want to. I'm here.
Being all horny and
I've
shit?
got to go work on that Kim Carnes thing, but...
My favorite part of Betty Davis Eyes is when they start doing, like, the knocking the blocks at the end.
Oh, everyone's favorite.
All right, hit that, Nathaniel.
No, it's not. That's the right one.
That was chicken fucker. Das Chicken.
That could be the greatest audio ever captured.
Ja. That's good. Leicht.
You got it? All right, here we go.
Hey, it's me. I don't know if you remember me because you never talk to me anymore, but just letting you know that I want you to bend me over on all fours and fuck my pussy so hard, and I want you to rub my clit so I moan so hard.
Betsy?
And then I want you to put me on my back and then put my knees right beside my head and fuck me up the ass.
Wow.
And then
You know, animals are just needlessly slaughtered, and there's no reason for the cruelty that goes into that.
Shut up. Shut up. We're in the middle of something really hot. We finally got something hot on this show.
Who cares about the animals now?
All right, go ahead, apologize. Just gets to me.
All right, let's go.
Oh, it's going to be so fucking
Why does
nice
Elle
here.
McPherson have to wear this fur coat? There's just no reason for it.
Holy shit.
You're ruining the sexiness.
Turn off his mic. When are you going back to L.A.?
No, I'm trying to... my friends in L.A. understand how I feel. Go ahead.
So you can learn more. You got to rewind it now. Oh, people are losing their minds right now.
Oh,
they are losing their effing minds.
She had just been getting it in the pooper.
Yeah, she got to the
All right,
pooper.
I'm not trying to wreck the bit. Go ahead. I mean, I know it's pretty sexy.
And then it's going to be so fucking nice. You're going to love it. Oh, my. And you're fucking me up the ass, and then I want you to ATM me and stick it in my mouth so I can suck you off.
Hold on.
ATM, please, I'll explain.
What the hell's ATM?
It's animal treatment something. No, I don't know. It's ass to mouth.
Ass to mouth.
It's a porn thing. You go ass to mouth.
And then I want you to ass to mouth.
I want you to ATM me. It's great.
ATM. ATM. Swipe a card through her asshole.
All right.
You off and stick your cock all the fucking way in my mouth. So it just makes you moan like there's no tomorrow. And then I'll lick the sides of your ball.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I know everybody wants to jerk off to this, but I can't jerk off when a woman says, like, there's no tomorrow.
Oh, my God.
There's nothing sexy. There's nothing sexy about there's no tomorrow.
Can you look at what was said before and after?
Yeah. Would you like me to eat your ass like all get up? Stupid. That was awful.
Let's go to Eric in Oklahoma.
I want to suck your cock like it's going out of style.
I want to lick your balls like the Dickens.
Eric.
Yeah. I was going to tell Jimmy that this is exactly why the women aren't in the studio when they want to do, or Jimmy's not in the studio when the women want to do all that sexy stuff like wiffle ball bats and all that.
Sir, that's not true.
What do you mean?
Well, geez, I've derailed you pretty easy.
Wow. He had nothing after that.
Let's see if Nathan in Arizona has something. Nathan!
Yeah, we need to get rid of little Jimmy Norton. I mean, I love the guy, but he just takes all the hotness out of everything.
Sir, I all for the hotness. Believe me. I like the hotness. I just didn't like the way she said, like, there's no tomorrow. It bothered me.
Oh, Jimmy. Yeah, I love you, but you just gotta go.
Sir, I don't remove the hotness. I'm all for the hotness if it's hot.
Mr. Motherfucker from Whackbag.
Yeah. Well, I found something online for the idiotic radio contest. This is from this local radio station in Madison.
Yeah.
They have a nice rack contest where, you know, I assume it's send in pictures of your tits and you can win hunting apparel. They also have send in NASCAR love stories. This is in JJO in Madison.
A wacky radio contest. We haven't talked to Lee Abrams about wacky radio contests. Lee Abrams is an expert on radio, if you haven't figured out.
Yeah.
Maybe some of the new listeners don't know that.
Oh, these guys, personally,
holy shit, dude, I gotta hang up on you.
Wait, he had a point there.
No, Jimmy, shut up. He's an awful caller.
Wacky radio contest, Lee?
Most of them are pretty stupid. It depends who you're going after. I mean, there's some people who open the Publishers Clearinghouse thing and think they won the $20 million and they're out buying a new van. That buy in the contest, but a lot of people they're just stupid and really driven by advertisers who want something. And a lot of them, like this one, that's just ridiculous. I mean, that's another problem with cliche in rock radio is the whole, sex thing. I mean, you guys do it, and that's cool. These ones who sort of do it, and, we rock harder. Oh, boy, they're hard. Give me a break. That's when people go, well, I like that station. So, I think some contests, again, if you're aiming at some, the Publishers Clearinghouse crowd can be effective. Hey, answer your phone this way and win $1 million. Oh, gosh, I'll answer my phone. I listen to Fun Lovin' WXXX. But most of them, like that one he's describing, are just like, give me a break.
It's hysterical when they do the contest where you gotta answer the phone and say something.
Oh, yeah. I'm as a station.
Everyone that's calling you now has to hear you go to say whatever radio station.
I listen to Fun Lovin' WMYQ. Answer your phone that way and win up to $500 in cash.
I have a bid idea.
Oh.
I think the Opie and Anthony show might want to run a little contest like that. I think with a real prize. However, I don't think it should be I listen to XM or Opie and Anthony. I think you should have to answer your phone slightly differently.
And what would you think?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe someone could do the ring noise.
Ring.
I have AIDS.
What's the prize?
A new set of friends after everyone else abandoned you for answering the phone.
Tattered robe.
You receive 2 tissues and a Sucrets. Your throat is dry.
All right, we're going to go back to the sexy message from the beginning, hopefully. Want to just turn off the mics and play this into break?
Sure.
Why don't we do that? Lee Abrams, thank you so much.
Hey, no problem. Anytime, and let's talk, not Kim Carnes, the other guy, tomorrow.
Gore.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
What I got here.
After the break?
This seems to be a press release.
After the break, we announce the arch enemy, but first, the sexy message. Here it is. Thanks, Lee.
Hey, it's me. I don't know if you remember me because you never talk to me anymore, but just letting you know that I want you to bend me over on all fours and fuck my pussy so hard, and I want you to rub my clit so I moan so hard, and then I want you to put me on my back and then put my knees right beside my head and fuck me up the ass. And then it's gonna be so fucking nice. You're gonna love it so much. And you're fucking me up the ass, and then I want you to ATM me and stick it in my mouth so I can suck you off and stick your cock all the fucking way in my mouth. So it just makes you moan like there's no tomorrow. And then I'll lick the sides of your balls, and then I'll stick your cock all the way in my mouth. And then you'll pull out and come all over my face. And it's going to be so good. You're going to love it. So I think you should do that. That's a great idea, and I know your cock needs to be sucked on like it's never been sucked on before. So you should give me a call, okay? Bye.
What makes bad kids bad? What makes them do the things they do?
Here he comes.
Live.
That's right.
From Cracktown, USA. Deep in the heart of Washington, D.C. It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Quote, drive safely. Unquote. Isn't that lovely?
Let's make a party out of it.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Show.
Gather around the campfire, kids, and toast yourself a marshmallow. Settle in for another tall tale from your old Uncle Al Jorgensen.
What made you get married?
We were at Graceland.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, that's the answer.
And that does it?
I don't know.
That's
Elvis,
some kind of magic
some
over here?
kind of magic, weird shit. We got married at
You see a vision, get married. lose all your shit.
No, Graceland is bizarre to get married in, man. They have all these...
You got married in Graceland?
In Graceland, yeah. All right? At the little chapel behind in his backyard or whatever. And as you go all through Graceland, they have all these fucking rocks that are like, fake rocks, fake things that have speakers in it, that whenever you pass by the rock, it has some kind of motion sensor, and it says Elvis things, so you think you're losing your fucking mind the whole time you're walking around there.
Elvis?
You're like, hey, man, don't worry, it's going to be okay. It's all going to be okay, man. Go ahead and get married, man. It's all right.
Really?
It's actually, seriously. This is a true story. All right, so we're at the altar at the little chapel, me and Nancy. And I'm sweating because I've already had one really ruinous, failed, horrible, shitty-ass marriage.
So why would you do it again?
Well, because she's great, okay? But and not only that, we were at Graceland. I got caught up in the moment, and I'm really glad I did. But at any rate, I'm at the altar. So I go, look, I got to take a piss. I got to take a piss. So I left Angie at the altar, went to go take a piss. And in the actual bathroom next to the altar, there's an escape door.
Get out.
For guys, I swear to God, there's an escape door in case you just want to bolt at the
Does
last
that rock
second,
say,
right?
run, man? Just run.
No, but
Take off, man.
so I'm in there looking at the door. I'm throwing water on my face because I'm kind of like, man, do I really want to do this? I don't know. And I'm looking at the escape door in the back, which is open. I check, so you can haul ass and run, right? And I'm throwing water on my face. All of a sudden, I hear through the speakers, it's all right, man. It's all going to be okay. And they do that shit on purpose. I swear. I talked to...
Wow.
Pastor, what was his name? Pastor Bear. Pastor Bear was the guy who looked exactly like Jerry Falwell. It was creepy, man. It was
it was creepy.
Jerry Falwell married us, basically. And, they got Elvis piped through everything. Everything, man. It's creepy.
It's sad, man. Did you plan on getting married there, or did you just get there and go, hey, let's get married?
Last minute thing, yeah.
That's one of those places that people like Vegas and there, people just
me and
decide.
Brittany, it's like the same kind of deal.
Well, we're done spinning yarns today, kids, and it's a good thing, too, because I gotta go carve my initials in a coyote. Come back soon for another tall tale from your old Uncle Al Jorgensen.
Go right to the phones here. Talk to Pat on Long Island, it's Illinois. Pat in Illinois, what's up?
Well, not much. I'm just sitting here thinking that Jimmy's like a dog with a wet nose when you're trying to have sex with your old lady, and he comes up there and sticks his nose in your ass.
So you think I'm helpful?
Something else. You ruin it right off the get-go,
Yeah, I really
Absolutely. Go ahead.
See, you're doing it to me, though, not Jimmy. You fucker.
And just from listening to you talk, every time that come on, it's like, all right, fine, I got myself all worked up again, and then this fucking wet dog comes in there and sticks his nose in your ass and kills the whole mood.
Good. That's what you get for jerking off to some anonymous phone message. Creep.
All right. We're going to be back in New York tomorrow. And on Friday, we should remind people we're doing the eggnog drinking contest.
That's Friday.
Yes, this Friday. Pat from Menaki. Will he win again this year?
I see victory for Pat.
The record is 70 double shots of eggnog. And let's remember, Pat never puked on his own. Mm-hmm. Well, he made himself puke, but it wasn't because of the eggnog. He finally just took a couple fingers down the throat and started puking. So, eggnog drinking contest this Friday. We got a bunch of truckers that are convinced they could take Pat out. So it's going to be very, very interesting.
Never seen anyone drink eggnog like Pat. No way.
And we got to have sort of an insurance that we have enough contestants. So if you show up at the station on Friday, We'll probably let a few people in to check out the thing, but also we'll drag a couple contestants off the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure we'll have some no-shows, okay? But it's the Eggnog Drinking Contest this Friday on the Opie and Anthony Show. And now there's a press release in front of us.
Oh, here it is.
Announcing the hiring of the arch-enemy.
The arch-enemy.
One of many arch-enemies we've had in our careers.
This one went pretty deep, this one. What level arch-enemy would you say he was in our radio career? What level?
He was almost as bad as Howard Stern was to us.
Mm-hmm.
And they worked together. They worked hand in hand. And he was just... he was just as bad as Howard was, certainly.
He was Howie's, like the right-hand man.
Yeah.
Whenever Howie would get pissed off at us and want something done about it, this was his attack dog.
Robin?
Fuck that hole. She stinks.
Ooh, please, you can.
No, thank you. No, thank you. Yeah, where do we begin with this one? Well, we worked for the same company as this guy. You would have never known it. Because he cock-blocked us all the time.
It was supposed to be one big happy family at Infinity Broadcasting. If we needed bands as guests on our show, we were supposed to be able to use all the resources of Infinity Broadcasting and then Viacom to get these. This meant MTV, other radio stations that were under the Infinity umbrella. We were supposed to be able to go to them and say, hey, we'd like such and such a band on our show, and that band would be delivered.
Correct.
But instead, we had to go about getting bands on our own, digging, scraping, trying to find some kind of bands to be on our show. And the second we would announce that that band is on the show, this guy, arch enemy, would get on the phone, make some phone calls to record companies, management, and bands, and say, oh, you're doing their show? Well, do that, have fun. You will never be played on K-Rock.
On this station and many other rock stations across America.
Right.
So we would announce on our show many, many times that we'd have a certain band coming in. Next thing you know, some weird phone call would happen behind the scenes like, blah, blah has the flu, or blah, blah missed his flight, or blah, blah snowed in here. Next thing you know, we have to go on the air and tell our listeners, our fans, well, Green Day can't come on because Billy has the flu. And we look like complete asses, and it happened time and time again.
We were cock-blocked.
And just to give you a little back history, too, Anthony and I came from a rock station in Boston, WAF. We were interviewing these guys left and right. It was part of what we did. We had a great, we thought we had a great relationship with many, many bands. Mm-hmm. So we thought that would be a great part of our show when we went to WNEW in New York City. And that element was completely taken away from us, completely. We had a few bands here and there that, slipped through the cracks, but in general, we were cock-blocked every turn we made by our company, by this guy in particular, by this guy who's friends with Howard Stern. Howard's did try to hire this guy to go with him.
Yeah.
So it's going to get very, very interesting. Mm-hmm. Very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, when this guy was eating dinner with Eric Logan, his phone was ringing like crazy from Howard.
Oh.
That's how close they are. So it's going to be really interesting how this plays out. Because I'm not going to lie to you, I hate this fucking guy. Absolutely. This guy made our life a living hell. A living hell. There was a time when Anthony and I got fired in Boston for doing the mayor's prank. We had two, I know that the old fans are going to be sick of this, but just really fast. We had two stations in New York that wanted us really bad, K-Rock and WNEW.
Yep.
We actually picked K-Rock. We were in this guy's office. We said, yes, this is a good fit, fit for us.
Yeah, Howard in the morning, us in the afternoon.
We'll play a little music and we'll do our little talking. It'll be great. No problem, okay? So we interviewed with NEW and K-Rock, and then we went our separate ways, and then we had our agent call this guy, and rumor has it when he found out that he got us, he was jumping up and down and really happy because it was really up to us where we wanted to go.
Uh-huh.
And then next thing you know, we never get a call from the guy. We never get a call from the guy. 2-3 days go by, whatever. I'm like, what the fuck? We said we're gonna, work at K-Rock. What's going on? Why haven't we got a phone call? Turns out something went on behind the scenes. We think it had something to do with Howard. We can't really prove it. But the point I want to make, as far as this arch enemy guy goes, this guy never had the balls to call us and say, look, man, it's out of my hands. I wanted you guys, but I'm going to have to pass on you guys after all. Yeah. He never did that. So then we had to, try to save the deal with WNEW at that point, and we ended up going there. Mm-hmm. So that just pissed me off too, because something went on, and he didn't have the balls to at least give me a call personally and say, "Hey, dude, there's nothing I can do here." Because at the time it seemed like he really believed in us and what we were about to accomplish in New York radio. Yep. So not only did that not happen, and we didn't go to K-Rock. Then we were doing our show, and we just got fucked left and right when it came to bands. Left and fucking right. It was unbelievable. And XM has hired the guy. I'm not going to lie to you. The guy's very talented, and he's going to help XM. Big time. Yeah. Big time he's going to help XM. And he wants to take a peek at our show. Ooh. And, he did work with Howard. Even though Howard beat the shit out of him on the air, the guy Howard actually listened to this guy and what he had to say about the show and gave his opinions on the show. So without further ado, XM hires Steve Kingston as Senior Director of Label Relations.
Here it is. Steve Kingston. If that was your pick, you are a winner.
Steve Kingston. Mm-hmm. XM Satellite Radio, the nation's leading satellite radio service with more than 5 million subscribers, has named Steve Kingston Senior Director of Label Relations. In this new position, Kingston will work directly with record labels to help break new artists, create special XM promotional opportunities, and assist in securing artists for exclusive XM performances.
There you go.
Prior to joining XM, Kingston held management roles at top stations across the country, including program director of Infinity-owned K-Rock in New York for 9 years and program director for New York Z100 for nearly 10 years. From on-air talent to program directors to production, XM places a premium on having the best people in radio as part of our team. Steve Kingston's relationships with labels, artists, and managers, and his exhaustive background in radio make him the perfect fit for this new position and a welcome addition to the XM family, said Elo, Executive Vice President of Programming for XM. Then we got a quote from Steve Kingston. The XM platform provides seemingly endless possibilities to promote artists in meaningful and interesting ways to millions of listeners. I am eager to start the next phase of my career with XM, and I look forward to helping create new opportunities for music labels and artists to further benefit from the broad reach of XM satellite radio, said Steve Kingston. So we'll see if we finally get bands on our show.
It is amazing how many people are leaving commercial radio that were actually credible. After you, look, I know I'm not being hoo-hoo, but after you guys signed with fucking XM, everybody, it was like that was the first big name hire on satellite, and fucking everybody came after that. I don't care what anybody says. That was the first.
The guy's very, very talented. And now he's working for us, so I guess we'll have a lot of bands coming on the show. That's what I assume.
He knows a lot of bands, has great relationships with them, so I expect bands.
You think he knows Sabbath?
Bands just jamming left and right.
I'm sure he knows Sabbath.
So
he's not a bad guy.
So it's very interesting. Howard Stern today is very, very, very pissed off that he lost Kingston. Trust me on that one. And we'll see what he does for XM. I think he's going to do a great job.
By the way, I have banned, I'm not even going to say I'm going to ban, I've banned Lucky from whackbag.com.
Why is
Lucky from Whackbag, you are banned from instant feedback. Everyone else is instant feedback. There it is. I'm reading it. Because for, a week now straight, I've had to look at his capital lettered yawn. Like YAAAWWWNNNE. If he doesn't enjoy whatever we're talking about, just leave. So I'm sick of looking at your big yawn that you write every day. And now you are banned. I shall not have to look at your name, where you're from, or your post anymore.
And the Steve Kingston thing is just part of the soap opera that is the Opie and Anthony show.
This is what it is.
The big story.
So the guy's not a fan. What's the difference? He's just some douchebag that put his name on. He's not a fan. So what?
The big story.
Yawn.
Right. One of the most famous cockblock stories ever was Matt and Trey.
Oh, right.
Where Ice Cream Man came into the studio and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Our PD at the time was useless, and we announced for a few days that we were going to have Matt and Trey on the show because of what? The big salty balls, whatever that song was.
Was it the movie?
I don't know what it was, but we went pretty far back with Matt and Trey. We were on the South Park.
Bigger, longer, uncut?
I don't know, whatever
Might
it was.
Have been. Yes. All I know is they were huge at the time.
And we started talking. We started talking to those guys way back at AF when no one cared about South Park. The thing just hit the air, and it piqued our interest. And we had them on like right away, and we had a nice relationship going with those guys. They called our show from time to time, and they were supposed to do our show, and out of nowhere they didn't call, and they were. Ben probably remembers.
I remember it. It was for their movie, and they didn't show up. And they went to K-Rock and went on Will Pendarvis's show. And Gary came back with an ice cream and 2 bags. He went shopping in Soho that afternoon.
Yeah.
And, was like, hey, guys, what's going on?
And the weird part was, all hell was breaking loose because we announced that these guys are going to be on our show. We couldn't wait. It's been a while. Very excited, pre-promoting like crazy. Next thing you know, they don't show up, and they had some lame excuse, and then they ended up on K-Rock. This was the type of power that Steve Kingston had at the time.
And if Gary Wall's piece-ass daughter wasn't there that day, I would have been very pissed off also, but I was extremely distracted that day.
That's right. The stories go on and on, so there you have it. And it's part of the big picture, so if that guy wants to yawn, then go yawn somewhere else. Go listen to Deep Tracks.
Hey, I'm not going to see him yawn anymore.
Nope, he's been banned.
Banned.
No pardoning for him.
Banned. Go ahead, change your email address, too, because that's not how you're banned, my friend. You are banned.
Let's say hi to Way More Gooder. Way More Gooder, what's up?
Hey, man, Jimmy must be doing backflips about this Steve deal, man, because he's going to get more pictures now than ever before.
That's true. A lot of bands.
Well, we'll see. I mean, again, I don't know anything until it happens. You never know what a person's personal loyalty is. I mean, people do their jobs, but you never know. He may do great for XM and get a lot of bands for XM, but not push them in the direction of the Opie and Anthony show. So I'm not doing backflips.
I got a question. I got my...
Yeah, he's going to have to prove himself to us, that's for sure.
What, sir?
I got my MiFi, and I was looking through the Sunday paper, and I saw the little doggy's got some new MP3 crap. When's XM coming out with the new Way More Gooder stuff?
Our stuff will blow that dumb little thing away. That's all I can say right now.
I'm standing in line waiting, man. I can't wait. Love MiFi. Just want to take it to the next level. You guys rock, man.
That MP3, that MP3 thing that they came up with is just garbage. You'll see. Just give us a little more time.
I can't wait, man. Give me the car crash. It's snowing like hell here.
All right, thanks, bro. Let's go to Tony in Pennsylvania. Tony!
Hey, guys. What's going on?
Hey.
Hey, I got a question for you. You guys understand this business more than I do.
Yeah.
Do you think Kingston's going to be able to screw Howard now that he's part of the XM platform?
I think he'll absolutely try to screw over Howard. Definitely. I mean, this business has absolutely no loyalty. None.
Right.
I said it a while ago. Your friends become your enemies, and your enemies become your friends. That's just how it is. Tim Sabian was a huge friend of this program and turned his back on us to go work with Howard. I can't even tell you how unbelievable that is if you sat in that office with him and us, and how much he, said that Howard was done, over the hill. You guys are the new up-and-coming thing. I just loved working for you guys. Or with you guys, wanted to do that again. And then he just turns around and goes for a paycheck. It's unbelievable to me. And he still wants to be friends. I'm like, what? Are you kidding me, Tim? Have fun. Maybe we'll be friends after that fails miserably. But that was like a disappointment. But you know what? It's time to start realizing that this is just what the business is all about. These people walk around making
business.
They make believe you're your friends, and next thing you know, you realize that's just horseshit.
Now, is this a rumor or is this true? I heard that they offered, Artie Lang. Someone said they offered him a morning show in New York, and he turned it down in Howard's place.
Yeah, that hit the papers today.
Was that true? I didn't read the papers.
That would make sense.
Or it hit the website or something. Oh yeah, that type of thing happens all the time too.
Yeah.
Anthony and I had an actual deal to go to Boston, and behind my back they tried to hire Anthony for my show that I was leaving.
Yep.
Which would have fucked my whole deal as well.
Nice, right?
Is the figure they quoted in the paper $4 million a year?
They said a multi-million-dollar deal.
That can mean anything.
That's bullshit, by the way.
Okay.
He's not making that much to go.
No, I don't think so.
Satellite radio. There's no fucking way. There's no way. So that's bullshit. Bill had to go on air. We missed him. Son of a bitch. I didn't know that. We got the guy from Bluesville. He's here. Everyone's panicking. Let's get the guy from Bluesville. We're here down in Washington. We're trying to get to know some of our fellow employees. Bill, what's your last name?
Wax.
Oh, Bill Wax, sorry.
Bill.
I didn't mean to make it so difficult.
I'm sorry. I've heard you on Bluesville many, many times. I apologize.
That's no problem. No problem. You won't be the first. I even have people misspell it on a regular basis. I don't know how you misspell wax, but...
What do they have, W-A-C-K-S?
Well, you'd be amazed. W-A-C-H-S. It's W-A-X. I don't know how easier it gets.
And you got that radio voice.
Smoking cigarettes and doing things you shouldn't do with your throat for a number of years will get anybody that radio voice.
You're a big blues fan, then.
Oh, yeah. I guess I am, since I did the blues channel. I have been for a lot of years.
Yeah.
And the reason I sort of jumped in with you guys or wanted to talk to you guys is that I heard this piece that you recorded from Greywolf.
Yeah.
And I was kind of interested to know if you guys have contact and whether you can bring him back in the studio and we get him to do a few more tunes. And
we're trying to find Greywolf. Yeah, because the song he did off the cuff on our show called Shelter Me,
right?
And then Drew Boogie took it and made it into something. He produced it very, very well.
Good musical track for it, yeah.
We weren't even thinking twice about it. We would play it every once in a while going into break, and the thing has taken on a life of its own now. People are downloading and all sorts of shit.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Now you just need to find him so he can get some benefit out of it.
Yeah, we want him to do a full length.
A longer version.
Maybe a B-side.
Ooh.
Yeah, sure.
But he's homeless, so
but he's homeless in New York City, so it's kind of hard to look up his address or give him a phone call or something.
Yeah, we really don't know where he is, but
he's got to kind of at night listen real close for that flute thing that he plays. And
yeah.
Well, if you catch up with him, I'd love to get a chance to hear some more if he's got other stuff. Maybe we get him in the studio, do some other things. I understand he's a little rough on his own, and then when you sort of mixed around them, it made a big difference, and we can do that again. So it would be very cool. I just thought it was an interesting thing, finding a guy off the street.
How cool is that, man?
Yeah,
Keith the Cop is looking for Greywolf.
And a cop in the studio helps. You know, an officer of the law.
Absolutely.
He's one of our tame homeless people, though.
Yeah,
they get a lot worse than him. He's not that bad. And supposedly he sells flutes near Madison Square Garden or something like that.
Is that where he is?
Ben was telling me, yeah. So we're looking for him. But you're going to feature him on the show today?
I've got it on feature, but he got one tune. I don't know how much of a feature I do with him, but we
But you're going to talk it up and stuff?
We played one of the. We played the tune a couple of weeks ago. One of your listeners called me up and said, "Hey man, you got to hear this song that Opie and Anthony are playing. You're going to like it."
And do you like it?
I thought it was pretty cool. I thought it was interesting. I think it's a great story, and I got 24 hours a day to fill, you know? So if I play one tune that seems a little outside the box,
right?
Hey, there's still 23 hours.
58 minutes
exactly.
and 30 seconds.
Yeah. Exactly. That's my philosophy. What do you got?
Yeah, the song's a little short, unfortunately. But
that's all right. That's all right. Sometimes it's best to be shorter than, if you get, that's all you got to say it and get done. Don't just stretch it out there forever.
Right. Are there other DJs on Bluesville, or is it just you?
I have a guy that does the evenings, does some voice tracking for me in the evenings, Tony Coulter. He's my bartender at Lo-Fi's. That's the bar in the middle of Bluesville.
Yeah.
But by and large, it's me. We got a couple of guys that do specialty shows. I got a guy that does a rock and blues show called Stone Blue, and we got a guy that does an acoustic blues show. Front Porch Steve does that.
Front Porch Steve.
We're all down
Very
home.
bluesy.
Can I tell you? Exactly. It's all down home. And then Aaron Lee does a rock and blues show for me. So we got a few other people, but by and large, I sit there and have most of the responsibilities, which is cool. It's fine. It's what they pay me for.
Right on.
Do you have any lead belly?
Oh, absolutely. How many would you like?
We like lead. Pick a bale of cotton's a good one.
Oh, man, is that getting a bunch of controversy? Did you see? Have you guys done that story?
No.
Oh, no. You guys, there's a school district up in, I think it's New England, that has banned, they were going to do their little, it's an elementary school, was going to do, their choir was going to sing Pick a Bale of Cotton. And some of the parents were up in arms that it was racist and shouldn't be done and should be done away with, so they're not doing the song anymore. Leadbelly would be amazed to be told the tune he wrote, which is basically a dance tune for people to dance around with after they had finished working and everything, the plantations, is now considered racist by his own people. That would be pretty mind-blowing, I think, for Leadbelly.
He's great.
That is something. Jesus, people.
He was a naughty boy, Leadbelly.
Come on.
A naughty boy?
Yes, he was a naughty boy. It's in jail time.
Twice or 3 times, but the story is he sung himself out of jail 2 different times. Not bad. You get in jail and then you write a tune about the governor and he makes you, gives you a pardon. Those of you in jail that listen to Opie and Anthony, there's your ticket, dudes.
Yeah. Well, the white man stole a lot of the songs from the black man.
And the black artists were stealing the songs from each other. I mean, that's sort of the nature of
I like that.
That's sort of the nature of the blues. People have been covering each other's tunes or taking your tunes, changing the words a little, keeping the same.
Yeah, some of these songs, because I'll go into a record store or whatever, you don't even know who the original artist is anymore, because you see all these really old blues guys doing these songs that you know from white artists. But then you can't really figure out who actually came up with the song to begin with.
I have a question. It's one that we love. It's the one Nirvana covered. It's the Leadbelly's
Off Unplugged.
In the Pines.
Oh yeah.
Who wrote that?
Leadbelly.
It is his
song.
Wow, really? That is an amazing song. Well, Kurt Cobain made that an amazing song. Because then I went out and got the Leadbelly version. I'm like, all right.
Not quite Kurt.
I mean, Kurt gave that some crazy feeling.
If you're coming to Leadbelly from Kurt Cobain, Leadbelly's going to be somewhat of a disappointment on that tune anyway. It's just not going to.
What's the name of that song again? Where Did You Sleep Last Night?
Where Did You Sleep Last Night?
That's right.
But he retitled it In the Pines, and I think Beck also did a cover of it. Also,
there's like 30 covers of it online you can find.
Beck sampled it or something on one of his.
Oh really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's what I was told. The last 2 years, they released 2 years ago, supposedly has a sample of In the Pines in part of it. So, obviously, he has some impact, but again, he's not Kurt Cobain.
What other songs did he come up with that other artists covered?
Well, I mean, his most famous tune is...
Black Betty.
What?
Black Betty.
Black Betty is another, but his most famous one is the one that the Weavers did in the 50s, the one about Goodnight Irene. But the cool thing about that song is when the Weavers sing it, they sing, Goodnight Irene, I'll see you in my dreams. That's what happens when it starts to get cleaned up next generation. But if you listen to Leadbelly's original, he's saying, Goodnight Irene, I'll get you in my dreams. And honestly, it's something different from seeing someone and getting someone.
By getting, I know what he meant.
Yes, sir.
Right? A little the old...
In and out?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A little the old horizontal bop.
There we go. But that's so that's probably his most best known tune.
Well, in the Pines, he's singing about some husband's head in the what is that? in a railroad track or some shit. Some guy gets his head cut off. It's really bizarre.
Yeah, what's that song about?
You know what? That's a good question. I don't really have a total answer there for you. I'd have to sit down and re-listen to the lyrics and pick it apart. But I'm not even sure I would know what it's about. I'm not sure it's important that any of us know what it's about. It's a feeling. It was something that Leadbelly was passing commentary on. It might have been political. It might have just been a throwaway tune because he did both. Cool guy. Not cool. Interesting guy.
He had a crazy life.
Yeah, and he got access to certain audiences that most of his fellow African Americans didn't because he was connected up to the Lomax family and was able to play. And so some of his music and that folk and blues got spread to a white audience that normally wouldn't have heard it that early in the 40s and whatever because Leadbelly had access to him. We got lots of those kind of stories. I can bore you to death. All you got to do is come down to Exit 74 Bluesville, and we'll bore you to death.
That's good. All right, you're playing Greywolf when today?
Probably do it sometime this afternoon, between 3 and 4.
Right on. All right, thanks,
How about
Bill?
a tribute to Iommi someday? Tony Iommi, very blues-oriented guitarist.
I don't know who Tony Iommi is.
That's just, wow.
That hurts.
Blues guy.
That hurts. He's one of the guys from Black Sabbath.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, he
just inducted into the Hall of Fame today.
Yeah, very blues-oriented.
Yesterday.
Sort of dark Black Sabbath blues.
Blues influence. He was a blues guitarist.
Okay.
He's a rock guitarist.
No, but he would even tell you he was a blues influence.
Add up.
I'm telling you, Tony and I talk. What do I tell you?
Add up.
Anyway, guys, thank you.
Thank you, Bill.
And let me know if you hear any more from Greywolf.
All right, it's Bill Wax, everyone, from Bluesville. And this is the song he's going to play today. Here's Greywolf.
Well, no, we're gonna. I just want to see if, like, later, we're gonna do Bill.
Oh God, you nailed him. That was very funny.
Joe in Tennessee. Joe.
Hey guys.
Hey Joe.
Jimmy.
Thanks, Joe.
I think this deal with this guy, the arch enemy, is going to be good for Washington D.C. Maybe the Decades Channel, XM Live, but I'm really, guys, thinking about get burned on this.
We'll see. Well, we'll see. I mean, they want us to sit down and talk to them and stuff, and we haven't really decided on that yet, Well,
good luck with it.
But as far as the music channels go, it's going to get even better. I've noticed the music channels have gotten a lot better. This guy, John Zellner, is really shaping up the channels big time. I think John Zellner's coming in today. He scared the crap out of us yesterday. He has this, like, Rain Man thing.
Oh, yeah.
You give him a year and a month?
Day and even a day.
Yeah, just give him a date, basically.
Yeah, give him a date.
And he'll tell you what the #1 song was in America. And we did one. I'm like, yeah, but you could just be saying any song. He runs into his office to get the book to prove that he was right.
Going to the 60s, doesn't matter.
Make sure he brings his book.
September 4th, 1963. He'll tell you what the hell the #1 song was.
Right.
Amazing.
And also, I guess he's an expert on Brady Bunch trivia.
Brady Bunch trivia.
I have a couple of questions he will not get the answer to.
Oh.
You want to get some Brady Bunch questions? All right. I mean, Ant's pretty good. I don't know if you want to take him on today.
I'm not good in a pinch like that.
Oh, in a pinch.
He's one of the...
Yeah, but you knew stuff that Greg Brady didn't know.
Yeah, I know, but maybe the listener should come up with the questions.
Uh-oh.
That'd be good.
Yeah, I think the listener should have some really deep trivia.
We could have a few.
We'll see what happens. Zellner will be in here in about a half hour. Let's play this Greywolf tune as we go to break. Shelter Me. Going to be featured on Bluesville today. Check it out.
Let's see how this comes out. All right?
They're right there.
All right, here we go.
I got to break.
Oh, this is nice.
This is a story about a man. He always was.
We just got to stop this for a second because for the first time I noticed something new in this song. You were just completely disgusted at the beginning of the song as he's explaining what the song's about, and he's reaching deep into his soul, and he's ready to sing his lungs out. All you hear is Anthony in the background. Does anyone have any paper towels? It stinks in here.
It sounds like he's talking under his shirt.
Yeah,
can I get a paper towel, please?
I never noticed that.
Do I really?
I
didn't even.
I've heard this song probably 100 times, and for the first time I'm hearing that in the beginning of the song. Like, Anthony is just completely disgusted. And this guy's ready to sing his lungs out, and all this pain that is just built up inside him is ready to come out. He's reaching deep into his soul. Listen to the beginning again.
Bagel was ready to come out.
But you could almost hear it like you're talking through your shirt. Like,
I was.
Paper towels, please.
Stunk in there.
All right, listen to the beginning really fast.
Let's see how this comes out. All right?
They're right there. All right, here we go. I got to break.
I got to spray something.
I got to spray something.
What a jerk.
Does anyone have paper towels? I got to spray something. This place stinks. This guy's about to just, go off on a very profound song about being homeless, and I'm just telling them they stink.
He's ready to take a fine blues journey, and you just want...
Get me something. This stinks.
Playing Caddyshack drops. What a creep.
I just wanted to point that out. That's the first time I noticed that.
I never noticed either.
It's pretty funny. All right, Greywolf and Shelter Me as we go to break.
Let's see how this comes out. All right?
They're right there. All right, here we go. I got to break.
Oh, this is nice.
This is a story about a man. And he always was so lonely at night. But his voice was rowdy. You could hear it all through this train station. And I'm going to sing this one. This is about Tippy Toe Tommy.
Let's go while we're young.
On this day, prescribed by law and marked by ceremony, we are led to one conclusion.
This place
just blows.
You're being harsh.
The Opie and Anthony Show. The Opie and Anthony virus. Get infected.
Balls Deep from Board Planet. He just thinks he knows everything. You know what? Ban. Balls Deep is being banned.
You can't ban him.
Why not?
He can't get every magazine in the mail.
Fucking idiots, he calls us?
He can't.
All right.
You can't ban him. There's a lot of magazines out there. You can't read all of them.
Jesus.
You can't read all the magazines out there, Anthony.
All right. Last chance for Balls Deep. Next time, though, banned.
What is this that you just handed me?
Does anybody ever get banned? Every time I'm in here, you're going to ban somebody, and Opie goes, come on. No.
Way to wreck the bit, Bill.
No.
Jesus.
Oh, did I ruin it?
Yes, that's the bit.
Thanks.
Jeez, thanks for being so observant.
Really, I'm a fucking idiot.
Gee, that was...
Wow. Look at them dying in there. Did I really just expose one? I had no idea. What the fuck? If I can figure it out, the people at home can't figure that out?
I didn't think people could figure it out. I thought our acting was up to par on this one.
We were doing a great job of acting the part that I was really adamant about banning him. And
way to go, Bill. Way to go.
Well, why don't you have somebody give me a list of some of your top 10 little bits here, and I want to expose them. I'm sorry.
I'm going to cross that bit off the list.
Just scrape that one off that page.
I guess that
right
bit
there.
is finally done. Thanks, Bill.
There it is. Just erase that.
Way to be so observant. Jesus.
Let me see. Billy Burr. Let me ban him right now. Don't worry, because I won't really, because I never do.
See, that's the gag. Yeah. We're back with the Opie and Anthony program, live from Washington, D.C., in the middle of the compound that is XM. We haven't been here in about 6 months.
Thank goodness.
But you see the growth of the company.
Yeah.
You really, as you walk around, you see that this thing is just exploding.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Hiring all sorts of new people.
New floors being opened up.
A lot of strangers. A lot of strangers around.
New offices.
New offices, nicer offices.
Yep.
Just really nice things around everywhere. It's been pretty cool to be here the last couple of days. So I want to thank everybody that was responsible for bringing us down here. What, Ben?
It's 300 new people since we've been here.
300 new people hired?
That's what they said in that meeting yesterday. Yeah.
Wow.
300 new people.
Wow.
How many did they replace?
That's a good question.
I think I don't know. It looks like they fired a lot of people.
Yeah, there's a lot of new people.
I was looking around for people that I knew from last time. Like, oh, wow, that cubicle's empty. What happened there?
New people sitting there.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not a dummy.
Nah.
I was like, wow, what happened to it? Well, all right, I get what's going on here.
Kind of needed to do, though, you know. Out with the original XM.
Well, Jimmy brought it up as
some of those guys.
As this grows, more and more talented people will cross the road, as they say, and join.
When it first started, it was kind of a lark.
It was looked at as a joke. It's not a joke anymore.
No.
As we're being heard all over Canada today, XM Canada.
Hello, Canada.
Dog shit terrestrial radio. I hope you suffer. You brought it on yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. High definition. Blah, blah, blah.
Nonsense.
Whatever that
is. Blah, blah.
High definition radio coming up. Ooh, what?
It's like the satellite radio model. But they don't have any car deals. They don't have any radios built. They just have this concept. Good fucking luck getting that off the ground.
High def.
And
it's still broadcast, but it's a digital signal.
Well, then they could split the signal, supposedly, so there could be like 3 or 4 different versions of that station you're listening to.
Oh, really?
But the car dealers aren't even taking their phone calls yet.
Jesus.
They're not even taking their phone calls yet. Plus, they'll never get around the fact that they have to play all those commercials.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a disaster, commercial radio. Absolutely.
I go on the road and do it, and it blows. This has really ruined any commercial radio I'll ever enjoy again. It's awful. They're phony. Their
can't
voices.
listen to it.
Anytime someone's not talking their real voice, I just want to knock their teeth out. So you're on the road. Why don't you just die already? Why don't you die immediately, you fucking phony?
You know what? We should try to do a radio show one day where we all do the fake voices.
Do the fake voice?
For the entire morning.
I'd like it.
I want to do this one, where I just kind of throw that... Where is that from? Kind of talk like this, and then bring everything down toward the end of it. Hey, we're going to be talking today with some very interesting people. Got a lot of guests lined up, so don't you go anywhere. We'll be right back in a couple of minutes.
What is that? I'm going to have to come up with one. I think I'm just going to go with a very bassy one.
Bassy voice.
Hey.
I have audio of Lycus on one of those Penn and Teller specials where they're interviewing him. It's something about radio, and he talks in his real voice. And, boy, what a fucking stiff dullard he is. And he's just standing there. He's a big fatso with sunglasses. Yeah. You can't look cool when you're that much overweight, you fat fuck.
No.
But he's talking in that fraudulent radio voice.
You know what? Our old company hired him for the third time. He's going to fail for the third time in New York City. For the third time. That's how bad commercial radio is.
God bless Infinity Broadcasting.
You fail at something, and it's almost like they have amnesia or something. They forget about it and bring you back to fail again. And then that fails, and then they bring you back a third time.
Infinity stinks.
You know what is amazing? I thought, silly me, for a few seconds, that Infinity had such a great plan for when Howard left. That's why you didn't really hear much about it. They didn't really talk about it much, because they had a plan in order that when they announced it, it was just going to be like, oh, yeah, of course. That's how you can account to your cash cow leaving. And the truth of the matter was, they had nothing. So they scramble toward the end of this whole thing and sign people that just have been proven disasters in New York and in the markets that they're putting them in.
They do actually have a plan. It's called Implode.
Yeah, just implode.
And it goes back to what Lee Abrams was talking about. And then calling it Free FM, that's just more just crap.
Free FM.
That's just,
Who's saying that? Dude, put on Free FM. What?
Yeah.
Who the fuck is going to say that to their friends?
Did you hear Free FM today?
Dude, there's a contest on Free FM.
Free FM.
Who's the biggest douchebag? We are for listening.
See, they're trying to say, basically, why would you pay for something that you get for free? But the fact is, you're not getting it for free. There's so much more variety, so much creativity, so much more talent on satellite radio now. So for the commercial radio to sit there and go, why would you pay for something you get for free? It's just a stupid argument at this point. Because we're finally getting the word out there that XM has this, there's just so much to it. It's so much more than just basic radio at this point. So much more.
What's great that's free? I mean, yeah, TV is okay, but fuck, do you want cable or do you want regular TV? I'm sorry, you gonna laugh harder at a sitcom or what you see on fucking cable?
That Will and Grace is really funny.
All right, yeah, I stand corrected.
All right.
I kneel corrected. LOL.
Moving on. 2005's top 10 ultra-violent video games. So what's the problem? Family Media Guide identifies top 10 ultra-violent video games of 2005.
For your children for Christmas, stay away.
Listen to these buzzkills. At the start of this year's holiday shopping frenzy, parents should be prepared to check their kids' gift list very carefully.
Yes.
Because this year, some of the most ultra-violent video games ever created are being made available. Family Media Guide has prepared a list of the top 10 most violent video games released so far this year.
I think there were 10.
Utilizing some kind of fucked up process, the company's trained video game analysts capture and document instances of profanity, sex, violence, and substance abuse using a database-driven technology employing approximately 4,000 rules and algorithms governing millions of potential rule combinations. What?
Great. They have a formula
They got a formula for violent video games, yes.
Violent video games.
So, now I have to go out and get every single one of these games because they sound like they would be just great to play.
Actually, I like the fact that they do this. This way you don't have to buy it for your fat, awful kids. Just don't try to stop adults from doing it.
Yeah.
You want to keep your kid overly protected? Fine. Just don't fuck with the adults.
Is this in any order or?
Yeah. Let's start with number 10, which is true crime, New York City.
Been snooping that one.
Player is a New York City cop looking for information regarding the mysterious death of a friend. Player can plant evidence on civilians and shake them down to earn extra money.
That sounds fun.
Sounds like a blast, right?
Yeah.
Why not? And then there's a game called Condemned in 9th place, I guess. Criminal Origins. Player is an FBI serial killer hunter in one of the first titles for the Xbox 360. Game emphasizes the use of, what's that word, Anthony?
Melee weapons.
Melee weapons over firearms, allowing players to use virtually any part of their environment as a weapon. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
The next generation graphics provide a new level of detail to various injuries, especially finishing moves.
That's what I liked about Half-Life 2. One of my favorite things was the gravity gun. It was a gun, so if you were out of ammo, you still had your gravity gun. You could actually rip a radiator off the wall and then fire it down the stairs at somebody coming up after you. Anything.
That's cool.
You could move cars with it, big garbage cans, dumpsters, and then just heave it at your bad guys.
Ooh. You know,
great game.
I was talking to my brother over the weekend, Elmo, who designs all the shirts and all that, and he likes siphon filters still.
Really?
He does not like the games that look too real. But that's the choice he makes.
I like the ones that
he likes siphon filter because it's still kind of, I guess, cartoonish or whatever you want to call it. It doesn't seem as real as some of these games that are coming out now, where the facial expressions, like we've talked about this on the show, are so real now.
I like the graphics where my computer needs a air conditioning compressor strapped to the outside, just heating up my processor. Those are nice graphics.
On your laptop, is it as good or no?
No, I don't really play a lot of games on a laptop. Poker.
All right, the next ultra-violent video game, number 8, Crime Life, Gang Wars. Player is the leader of a ruthless street gang, spending time fighting, recruiting new gangsters, fighting, looting, and, of course, more fighting. Player can roam the streets and fight or kill anyone in sight for no apparent reason. Where the fuck do I get this?
See, that's fun. You just go out kicking a little ass. Something you're not doing in real life. That's what you want to do with your video games. You don't want a video game where you wake up, go to work, ooh, where do I click to shut my alarm off? Oh, this is exciting. 5:30, click. You know, I'm hitting the snooze. I'm going to sleep for another 10 minutes on this game. All right, shower. Let me go into the important shower part of this game. You want to go out and kill people.
You want to do things you can't do in your real,
right.
Your real life. It's simple as that.
I think a fun video game is to have somebody going to supermarkets and getting eggs. And
a shopping list that they have to...
But they hide the eggs in different places, and you have to find them.
So you'll be like in the soup aisle. Yeah. And you're looking for the eggs.
And for every egg, you get, like, a new hat.
Well,
you have to get the most hats.
Well, we could get the game that E-Rock is playing for the Nintendo DS, the little puppy game.
Are you playing the puppy game?
Because I went video game shopping over the weekend, and now I know what you're talking about big time. Holy crap, they're on display everywhere, those stupid puppy games, where you just pet the puppy. What else do you do with the puppy?
I don't know. The girlfriend wanted it, so...
Well, what else do you do with the puppy?
You gotta pet it. You gotta feed it.
What is the point?
I don't know. All I know
is alive.
You have a puppy and you keep it... Yeah, exactly. You keep it alive.
Keep it alive.
Ew.
And that's it.
And keep it happy.
That's all you do.
We should get with that for they should say lawnmower to back over its legs, not included. Little front paws.
Keep it alive, but have some obstacles in the game.
Some real hazards.
Like you think you're doing pretty well, and all of a sudden, here comes the lawnmower across the lawn.
Or a car. He ran out of your house and he gets hit by a car in the street.
But he gets his back legs get hit, so he has to lay there and whimper while you touch his little ears and try to tell him in doggy talk that he ain't gonna make it.
And of course, all this happens very far into the game where you're really committed and really feeling for this stupid fake puppy. Yeah, and then all hell breaks loose.
I don't like that. That's violent. My game is better where you get hats for finding the eggs.
Hats.
And there are different ways you can get... You can get... There's plenty of obstacles, though. Like there are flowers, and you could trip on them and drop one of your eggs. And then you have to go back, or you'll lose a hat.
Do you lose a hat?
You'll lose a hat.
What if you're left hatless?
then you have to start the game over. But you lose it, like whenever you lose a hat, you lose it the way Al Zarqawi takes it. Where like your head is lopped off while you gasp for air.
All right, moving on. But by the way, that puppy game is selling like crazy. It's selling like...
Is it a video? Or
like hotcakes.
Ooh. It's a little stupid thing on your handheld.
By the way, did hotcakes ever sell like hotcakes?
They were stolen frequently.
Yeah, that would be more accurate. Someone stolen like hotcakes.
Someone explain to me where that came from, selling like hotcakes.
I believe it was the only breakfast available many years ago.
What the hell is a hotcake?
It's a pancake.
Like a pancake, but
sure.
It's heated.
And they were just selling like crazy?
Yeah.
Oh, like whatever they said before.
Yeah.
A hotcake.
Well, back then, selling like Negroes. Come and get a hotcake.
All right. Number 7 on the ultra-violent video game list for 2005 is 50 Cent, Bulletproof.
Yeah, boy.
Game is loosely based on the gangster lifestyle of rapper Curtis 50 Cent Jackson. Player engages in gangster shootouts and loots the bodies of victims to buy new 50 Cent recordings and music videos.
Wait, that's ridiculous. You kill people, and then you loot the bodies to buy 50 Cent shit?
Yeah,
I'm not buying that.
Now,
How is that like his life?
The next game is getting quite a buzz. I'm going to go out and get this one, actually.
Rockstar putting this one out?
Is it Rockstar?
I believe so.
The Warriors?
Yeah.
I hear this game is pretty cool.
Yep.
I hear it's really cool. Based on a 70s action flick that set new standards for artistic violence, a street gang battles its way across New York City in an attempt to reach its home turf. Player issues several commands to his gang, including mayhem, which causes the gang to smash everything in sight.
Mayhem. Love it.
I want to get that one.
Yeah, I'll check that one out.
I bet you at the end they have 3 little bottles you have to clink together. Clink, clink.
Warriors. Number 5.
That wasn't even his best part in that movie. The best part is when he walks up to that newsstand thing, grabs the candy bar, and starts eating it, and the girl asks for a quarter or whatever it costs. She goes, it's 25 cents, and he just looks at her and goes, for what?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He murders someone and then steals a Snickers.
Yeah.
What a life of crime this guy leads.
I was watching that movie the other night. And it reminds you how awful New York City used to be.
Oh, I know.
We brought that up. And they can't fake that stuff in those old movies. You can just see the dirt and the grime in the background.
Remember awful Valerie Van Valkenburg?
Oh!
Who was great in Too Close for Comfort.
She was horrid in that.
And then she did nothing.
Not the least bit attractive. Oh, floppy tits.
Swan.
Let's say hi to Ray on Long Island. Ray?
What's up, man?
What's up, Ray?
That Warriors game is awesome, dude.
Yeah, everyone's talking about this game. What do you like about it?
The whole game is just like the movie. It's exactly. You can pick out the characters and everything.
And you can pick out what gang you want to be in, right?
Oh, well, actually, you're the Warriors, and you got to kick everybody's ass. First, they got to get in there.
Ooh. I heard you could join some of the other gangs.
Can you be in the Furies?
No.
You're
the
Furies
Warriors.
with the baseball bats.
Yeah, that was the creepiest gang.
The Furies. They were all the stuntmen from the movies.
But then,
really?
From the movie, yeah. Every body in the Furies was stuntmen.
But then the orphans, come on, guys, the bottles,
actors.
you know what I mean? At the end.
The orphans.
I just want to play that one lady who goes, sorry about that, Warriors. Just those dumb half-a-face. Like, come on, that was her whole gig.
Sorry about that.
The Warriors had a tough time getting home last night. Whatever it was she said.
All right, seems they struck out. The
gang
Furies struck out.
Top 10 ultra-violent video games. Number 5, Killer 7. Player takes control of 7 assassins who must combine skills to defeat a band of suicidal, monstrous terrorists.
Ah, terrorists.
The game eventually escalates into a global conflict between the U.S. and Japan. Oh, what?
Politically correct faggots.
Japan.
Why?
You dropped a bomb or two on them.
Why Japan?
Japan?
Assholes.
How about China or Korea?
Or how about
the Middle East, obviously.
Sure.
Japan.
Oh, I was thinking the Jews. How about the Jews?
That was their way of getting this through.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Well, we're not going to go after Islam because that would be accurate.
No. That's basically what this game is about. But they're substituting Japan. That's unbelievable. Player collects the blood of fallen victims to heal himself and must slit own wrist to spray blood to find hidden passages. That sounds pretty cool.
A little odd.
4th place, ultra-violent video games, Narc. Have you played Narc, Anthony?
No, have not played Narc.
Player can choose between 2 narcotics agents attempting to take a dangerous drug off the streets and shut down the K-Rack cartel. Crack cartel. While being subject to temptations, including drugs and money. To enhance abilities, player takes drugs, including pot, quaaludes, ecstasy, LSD, and liquid soul.
Yeah, man.
Which provides the ability to kick enemies' heads off.
You can kick their heads off?
Nice.
That is a good one.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
I have my own version of Narc, where I'm like a boy in a school, and I see my friends doing things they shouldn't do, and I tell the principal.
You tell? And what do you get for that?
I get stars, and the bad people get demerits. That's what a video game should be. Like 1 in 1, I don't want to give it away, but Timmy is late for class and trying to sneak in, and I poke my head and I go, he hasn't been here since the beginning, and Timmy gets a demerit.
And you get a star.
I get a star.
And on the screen under your name it goes bling, bling. Nice
That's
star.
exactly the noise.
What's the danger for you, though?
That you may get a demerit, or you may get roped in with the wrong crowd.
Or maybe a playground bully doesn't like that you're telling and can beat you up.
The playground bully comes over and goes, hey, you, smoke cigarettes. And you go, I don't smoke cigarettes. So instead he drags you into the back and you have to help rape a retarded girl.
Now there's a game. Screw the eggs and the hats. That's a game.
That's a terrific game. Jesus. 3rd ultra-violent video game for 2005. It's God of War.
Yeah.
Have you played God of War?
No.
All right. Have you played any of these games?
Yeah, a couple.
Okay. Player becomes a ruthless warrior seeking revenge against the gods who tricked him into murdering his own family.
Ooh, those gods.
Prisoners are burned alive, and player can use finishing moves to kill opponents like tearing a victim in half.
Yeah, right.
That's what we need in our video games.
Sounds fun.
All right. The runner-up as far as the top ultra-violent video game for 2005, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
San Andreas.
We know this game. We don't have to explain that one,
Love
right?
the whole series.
Got the prostitutes and the gangs and the drugs and the murder, the running over people.
They always tell you, though, the real violent part of the game, where you recover health by visiting prostitutes. Then recovers funds by beating them to death and taking their money.
I wish life were that simple.
Fun.
That is such a great move in that game. It's a little naughty, too.
I don't like that, though.
Josh in Minnesota. Josh?
All right, guys. God of War, you get 2 meat hooks on chains, and you get to rip undead corpses in half and basically swing them at each other and kill everything in sight. Blood flies everywhere. And there's a scene where you can actually have sex and score with multiple naked women, and depending on how coordinated you are, it'll give you bonus life points and stuff.
That's not fun, sir.
It certainly is.
Whatever happened to a game of tiddlywinks? You snap that tiddlywink and it flies up into the cup, and then you
pick up sticks.
I enjoyed both of those games. Were fun to play with my quadriplegic friend.
And
I would use the toe of one of his still feet and use it to snap the tiddlywink. We would play together. And then his parents would come over and play. His parents would come over and play pickup. They would play pickup burden and take him home.
Jesus. Derek is losing it, man. Sean in Illinois. Echo. Sean, Illinois.
Hey, man.
Echo.
Yes?
What's up, Sean?
Not much. I got to say that God of War game is like,
absolutely phenomenal. I mean, the combat style, you upgrade your weapons and everything. It's nuts. Like they said, that with the button combinations that you have to use in it, it makes it a lot better. I don't know, for the more eventful than any of the other like third-person combat games.
Yeah, I like first-person games.
There's an echo there that's kind of bothering me.
There's a game, Age of Empires 3 out there, which I guess because it's historical, that it's not on this list. That's probably part of the criteria that these people, it's ultra-violent. But, you could wheel in a cannon and fire into infantry, and the graphics now just show the people flying just through the air. They land on the rooftops of some of your buildings where they continue to just rot.
You know why that game's not considered violent? The people are too small in it.
Well, you can zoom in now.
They got a
zoom right in down to street level.
So you can see the damage?
Take it to street level,
I had no idea.
Friend.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
So, they're being a little hypocritical. I think as long as it has some kind of historic relevance, they don't consider it like a violent video game.
What's going to happen with our violent video games, seriously?
We'll still have them, but I think as they crack down more and more, you're going to see them pulled from the shelves, being kept exclusively in adult sections, and it's not going to be... it's not going to be good for the gaming companies. They're not going to put out a game that they can only sell to a limited audience.
You know what was a fun game?
Stop putting them out.
Yes? You remember Candyland? We would play that.
Candyland.
Shoots and Ladders was a good one.
Shoots and Ladders.
Shoots and Ladders, yeah.
You'd go up the ladder, and then you get to the chute, and what do? Zip. We are right down.
And you're going to start
Love
over.
That's right.
I used to hate
I have a new game that's kind of like that. It's called Shits and Bladders.
And how do you play Shits and Bladders?
It's all about getting cancer of the innards.
All right.
The game of AIDS. The game of AIDS.
The only thing you lose is the weight. The game of AIDS.
The game of AIDS.
All right, Anthony, the number one ultra-violent video game for 2005.
Number one.
That's right, number one. Who gives a shit?
Good point.
Just play them.
Just play them.
Enjoy them.
Heart's content.
Who gives a turkey?
I haven't been playing video games in the past couple of days.
Why, Anthony?
Because I kind of got roped in. You hear all our comic friends, Opie, all our comic friends come on this program, and what do they plug nowadays? Remember when everyone used to plug their gigs and their personal websites? Yeah, Jimmy Norton would eat a bullet, and then they'd plug their gigs and everything. Now, Opie, they come on and go, gotta go to my MySpace site. MySpace. Everyone's with MySpace. So Bill Burr, you go to MySpace/Bill Burr, and you get to Bill Burr's MySpace. I wasn't too hip on MySpace. Didn't know what the fuck it was. I was playing a lot of games until I go on Whackbag and I read Anthony has a MySpace account.
Ooh.
And I'm like, oh, I do? So I go to it, and it's some guy using my name that I use on Whackbag. So it's not my name. It's not Anthony Cumia, but it's my screen name from Whackbag. And he's got the picture of me with my rapier looking completely ridiculous, which, that's what the picture's for. And his bio is kind of similar to something I would write, except in the heroes section, you had Adolf Hitler and things like that, and, wouldn't put that in public, not like that. And so I decided, okay, I got to now make a MySpace with my name so that someone can't steal it, and put stuff on there that isn't me. So I did that. Little simple thing. It's very easy to do. Boom, I had a MySpace account. And I start looking at other people's MySpace accounts and notice they have friends. They have graphics, pictures. Mine just looked like it had my name and a picture and a brief bio where, I wrote down a couple of things. It was pretty much saying, this is Anthony from the Opie and Anthony Show. Anyone else that says they're Anthony is full of shit. I made this MySpace so no one can steal my name. So I'm looking around going, all right, well, how do you do that? I want to do that. And it's the most user-unfriendly thing you can ever get involved with, because it's all, remember HTML programming?
Oh, boy,
back in the ye olden days? It's all code. So you have to know code, either cut and paste from someone else, alter a few things in order to insert in pictures and links and stuff. So I just spent like the past couple of days popping links on. I got links to, Foundry and my brother's 2U site and things like that. Of course, XM, our opieandanthony.com thing.
MySpace, Jim Norton.
Jim Norton is one of my pals. And now here's another thing. Your friend list. Here's now where the pressure's on. You start going, he has more friends than me. Jimmy Norton is up to, how many friends do you have?
Not as many as I'd like. I have like 2,300, which I need a lot more.
2,300 friends. Do you accept everybody?
Yes.
You accept all of your friends?
Yes, that's the real Jim Norton.
How do you not accept somebody? Like they have to convince you.
You can deny.
Deny.
What
you denied?
What if I want to be one of Jim Norton's friends on MySpace?
Good luck.
It would come up that Opie wants to be your friend. By the way, there's a guy named Opie.
Yeah, he's holding.
And he said he's holding the spot for you.
Yeah, thank you.
If you ever want to do that.
Jim Norton was taken, and the guy I wrote him something was very cool. Let me have it.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So Jimmy, of course, in big bold letters, just has his upcoming gigs.
Right.
And then...
Wait, just to go back really fast, so
yeah.
I want to be a friend. Do I have to, like, explain why I want to be a friend? So,
no.
So then that person decides if they accept you or not?
No explanation.
So it's just like, hey, I'm Joe Schmo from Albany.
Friend request.
Friend request comes on. But
you should have to, like, try to,
Here's what you do.
Explain yourself a little bit.
You click on the link next to it before you accept, and then you look at his MySpace. Now you see, because I've denied a couple of people that obviously were brand new, just wanted to be my friend. They had no other friends. Brand new account, no bio, no nothing, not even a friend. And I made a rule. I am not going to be someone's first friend.
Good boy.
I'm not going to be, when you scroll down to friends, one picture of me standing there as this guy's friend.
You know what? I'm going to start my MySpace account today.
Are you doing it?
And I'm going to deny every single person except 2.
You want 2 friends?
Just 2.
And who are they going to be?
And then all day I'm going to just be no.
Oh.
Yes.
That's not in the spirit of MySpace.
I'm going to have 2 friends. That's it.
Jim, and MySpace,
and
by the way.
It's not you, and it's not you.
Taking off. There are so many fucking people now on MySpace, it's ridiculous. Like, everyone has a MySpace site. Jimmy Norton has 2,327 friends right now.
That's very impressive, Jimmy.
Now, here's the tricky part. You can only display your what they call your top 8. Out of all your friends, you have to pick 8 of your friends that are displayed on your page. The rest, you have to hit View All Jim Norton's Friends link, and then scroll through hundreds of pages.
So where's the pressure? You're still a friend.
No, the pressure is who do you make your top 8
Top
now?
8 friends.
Top 8. Voss yelled at me. I got an email from Voss going, why aren't I on your top 8? What? And I had to put him, then I had to throw someone from Whackbag off who got pissed at me for, I was in the top 8, why'd you throw me off? The pressure. So Jimmy's solution is to have Ozzy, is one of his friends.
Yup.
He has Ace.
But he's not your friend.
He is my friend. Just look at the MySpace and you tell me.
He's not your friend.
He is.
Have you ever done anything with him?
I've interviewed him. We sat and talked.
Anthony and I interviewed him.
I sat and talked with Ozzy.
You barely talked to him.
We took a couple of pictures. I asked him to...
You were shitting in your shoes that day. You didn't interview Ozzy.
I asked him to sign
Let's be honest here.
You were a scaredy cat.
You were petrified. You asked a couple cute questions at the end.
He's my friend.
We did the heavy lifting that day. Ozzy should be our friend.
No, Ozzy is my friend.
You haven't done shit with Ozzy.
Ozzy is, according to MySpace, Ozzy is Jimmy's friend.
One of my 8 friends.
Along with Ace Frehley and Peter Criss.
When did you hang out with Ace Frehley?
We didn't hang out yet, but he means to.
The thing about MySpace, Opie, you don't have to meet anybody.
You have to prove that you've done some friend thing.
Not with MySpace.
I hate
They are
MySpace.
just MySpace friends. I have over 450 friends now. I don't know any of them.
You don't even have a friend in real life.
In real life, I have no friend.
Anthony doesn't have a friend in real life, but now he's this social animal online.
Friends. Ace Frehley,
Boy,
Peter
they're going to be
Criss.
disappointed.
Yes. And Ozzy. Yeah.
Yes, those are 3.
And now the rest of Jimmy's friends, the top 8, all trannies. He has picked trannies as his top 8.
Top 5. They will be the top 8 sooner or later. I have to work them in.
They're all just going to be trannies. And then Jimmy's got things, because you can give general information about your interests, musical tastes, which he has music. The Robert Reed Robe Pocket Full of Tissues commemorative Christmas album. And anything by Marvin Gaye after 1984.
Holy crap, dude. Jesus.
Some of Jim's favorite movies. The Mystery of Jane Mansfield and the Empty Hat. It's one of my favorites. You are something. And the Who, let's see, DVDs, the Who Shit in My Socks installment of the Sherlock Holmes series. Jimmy is a card when it comes to
hold on, Anthony.
MySpace.
I found one of your friends. Anthony in Glen Cove. What's up, Anthony?
What's up, guys? What are you doing?
Hey.
You're friends with Anthony on MySpace?
Yeah, he's got the greatest page on MySpace, by the way. He's got a great Half-Life 2 background. And
I did do a lot of work.
The photos he has up there are the best with his shotgun and his submachine gun. I laugh my ass off all day looking at him. And there's also at the shooting range.
But why did Anthony accept you as a friend?
Because I was drunk ELO at the Christmas party, and he saw my photos on MySpace, and then he realized I was a fan of the show, and he put me on there.
See, that's a reason. That's a reason to be a friend. That's great.
Here is my MySpace.
Wow, that's pretty impressive, actually.
Site. I've been working very diligently on it. You can see my pictures. I'm holding my shotgun and my AR-15, which really makes me look insane. I have plugs to. I have links to the opieandanthony.com, XM satellite radio, prominently displayed on it. Figured I'd do a little plugging. And then my friends, my top 8 right now, this is how desperate I am. I have links to Radio's Anthony, opieandanthony.com, Foundry Music. It says here's a link to world-famous Foundry Music. Lots of O&A stuff here, and more smut than you can shake your cock at.
Oh.
Which Steve very happy with. To you, my Uncle Joe's guitar site, where he builds guitars, and then my pals. First, foremost, Jimmy Norton.
Ooh.
Coming in second in my top 8, Rich Voss, for whining so much that he wasn't in my friends list. Number 3, Robert Kelly, my good friend Bob Kelly. Joe Rogan is number 4. Number 5, actually, Pat from Moonaki is in my top 8. He will soon get kicked out as soon as Bill Burr or any other famous comedian.
Anybody with a family.
Anybody with a family that they can go to Christmas with. My girlfriend has her site. Keith the Cop, good friend. And our own Than is in my top 8. Nathaniel has a MySpace account, and if we click on Than's site, you will see him sitting there reading a book in his picture from the set of a movie. Did you know he was doing a film at this time?
No, I did not.
Yes, we didn't until I went to his MySpace.
What film is he doing?
What film is he? Oh, where's Than? Get him in here.
What independent is this?
Than, I read all about your short film that you made.
Thank you.
And it sounded very funny.
It has potential. We shot it last month over a weekend, and I'm not sure when they're going to be done with it.
I want to see that. He's reading the Kirk Douglas book sitting on a couch in his picture. Very important, your MySpace picture.
Yeah.
Because that really is your first impression with MySpace. If someone wants to be your friend, the first thing you do is look at the picture. I am at a lack of whores, is what I'm saying. Jimmy's whores galore. I've been through your friend stack. Man, there are just sluts and whores and half-naked women. I have, in my MySpace, I swear to you, one hot chick. Out of the 400 and some odd people I now have as friends, one hot chick.
By the way, I get it. You don't like me.
Why?
I didn't make it.
What happened?
You don't have a MySpace account.
You don't have an account.
Ozzy didn't have a MySpace account.
Yes, he does.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, that's how he's my friend.
You have to be.
I told him, I'm like, Oz, get an account. He's like, oh, no. I'm like, you silly goose.
So there's still a chance that Anthony likes me?
Of course, if you would be in my top 8.
Would I be number 1?
Number 1, let me think. Who's number 1? Jimmy Norton? You'd have to be, yeah. You would have to be number 1.
I don't want to have to be.
Because it's the Opie and Anthony show.
But I don't want to have to be. I want to be.
I'd accept. I don't mind being nudged out because of the.
Jimmy would have to then go to number 2.
Jimmy doesn't mind.
But there's a have to. I want to be.
You know something?
I don't want no hierarchy crap. I just want to be.
Would I be number 1 in your top 8?
Absolutely not.
Then I would have to correspond. There would be a war going on as to where your position is. I would have to look. By the way, the first person that is getting dropped from this is Pat from Unagi.
This is not fun, by the way.
It is very... the pressure...
now I understand the pressure.
A lot of pressure.
I was sitting there all wanting and hoping, and I didn't make the top 8.
Why do you guys put pressure on yourselves? Just do what I do and put fucking rock stars and hot chicks.
And what about real friends, my friend?
My real friends know who they are, I think.
And by the way, I clicked on Bill Burr.
Yeah.
And requested that I be his friend. He has not gotten back to me and has not clicked to acknowledge me as a friend.
That a boy,
and
Bill.
I am very upset with that.
Well, Bill thinks he's Bill really thinks who the fuck he is now.
Bill, by the way, goes through every single one and looks through their profile. I think he does background checks on people before he makes them their friends.
Maybe
I told you. I told you there's tension there.
He wants to make sure yours is legitimate first. So.
Legit? Before, of course it's legit.
What's wrong with your voice, by the way?
Yeah.
Oh, he was out a little late last night?
Actually, not too late.
No?
Just a little sick.
I saw them all sitting at the bar.
Oh, great.
When
What's
I came
wrong
in
with you?
last night.
What?
What's wrong with you?
Just a little sick?
A little head cold.
Sick?
Oh, that's
Is that on your MySpace that you're ill? Because you got to put info on it.
Let's say hi to Vin in Clifton, New Jersey. Vin?
Hey, guys. Happy
What's
birthday,
up?
Jimmy.
Thanks, Vin. How the heck are you?
Oh, just super. I run the original Opie and Anthony group on MySpace.
Is it / Opie and Anthony?
It is, let's see now. It is, / Opie and Anthony.
Oh, how he's got
spelled
the
out
Opie and
A-N-D.
And what's that about?
I started about a year and a half ago just to make sure that you guys had the virus spread on MySpace.
And you got various links and stuff to show-related material.
And how many friends have joined that?
Like a 500 million, I think, roughly.
Now,
926.
how many really? Oh, wow, that's pretty impressive.
Just spreading the virus since last year.
I need more friends, and so do Opie and Anthony. We all need friends.
This is a place to find them. Just harvest them like souls.
Please
Look
spread
at all
the word.
the new friend requests that are coming in right now.
I can't get to my computer, Aunt.
Oh,
I'd
my
like
God.
some friends.
I just have, right now, I have 14 pages of people requesting to be my friend.
He's going to have more friends than Jimmy.
No, guys. I'd like some more friends, please. MySpace / Jim Norton.
Oh, guys, let's look at this girl, finally. Okay, we have a girl that wants to be my friend. Her name is Amy.
Okay.
She is 3rd down on the list.
I thought you were going to say she's in 3rd grade. Jesus.
Let's look at her.
Yeah.
There have been some 16-year-olds that have...
accept immediately.
Yes. All right, this girl looks... that's her cute little sister.
Ooh.
That's me and her sister. Her sister's kind of got a goth look to her, but she seems fine. I will accept her as a friend. There we go. I'm making friends, Opie, on the computer. The place where I like keeping friends because I don't have to touch them.
Let's go to Joe in O-Town. Bring it on, brother.
Yo, what's up, guys?
What's up, Joe?
Nothing. I wanted to have Anthony add me as a friend. I just sent him a request. And
oh, you did?
Yeah, I'm Joe El Gigante. I'm Joe the Giant.
Joe the Giant? How big are you?
It's in Spanish, though.
How big are you?
6'4".
Hey, look, you lumbering ass. Why don't you send me a friend request?
Dude, I'm already your friend, man.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
Look at this girl, Danielle. She wants to be my friend now. Very nice. See?
Can I see the picture at least? Maybe I can help you with this process.
Look, there are pictures of Danielle.
Oh, she's very hot.
See?
She should be your friend.
She will be my friend. All my friends now look like that post on Whackbag. Post your picture here on Whackbag. It's all a bunch of guys with beer guts that I see hanging out with Whackbag and O&A shirts and hats on. So it's nice to get a little diversity in my friend portfolio. Oh, I'm going to have to sort through a lot of people. And there are some gay gentlemen that I will deny right here. This guy
but you're not
is
touching the gay gentleman.
Yeah,
you just said you're not touching these people.
You don't want them popping up in your friend party,
Yeah.
mingling around.
You never know what attachment you might open.
All right.
And names, you know, you get some names like Cute Lil Puggle wants to be your friend. Connor, I've made my friend.
Scott Peterson's a
Lil
friend.
Connor, Scott Peterson, definitely wants to be my friend. Yeah.
Okay.
So you got to, you're not a real person, Opie, these days, unless you have a MySpace account. That does seem to be what's going on in this day and age on the computer.
I need more friends.
MySpace.
You have over 2,000 friends.
I'd like more. I send personal notes to every friend.
You do not.
I do. I write a handwritten
send
letter.
plugs. I will be appearing at.
I
Please
don't.
show up.
I don't send plugs at all because I'm
No, you print it in the largest text size possible in red.
Well, in MySpace world, we call it font, punk.
Font.
Jim's all about more.
I want more friends so I can share.
It never ends with
Opie,
you.
I want more friends.
More. Never
you
happy,
hooked up?
never happy. More.
I have not.
You haven't hooked up on that?
I have not. That's not what it's for. However, ladies, I'm always willing to correspond and be a friend. I want a girlfriend. I don't want to just get laid anymore. I want a nice girl.
Yeah, that worked out good yesterday.
Yeah. Kirby in Oklahoma.
All right.
Hey, MySpace is fucking retarded. I understand the format of the show, and I know you guys just talk about whatever, but you guys come up with something a little bit more serious than the E-scene and making internet friends, because MySpace is for emo fags and lonely people. No one else.
What is your MySpace name, sir?
I don't have one.
Why?
Retarded.
You sound like a lonely person who breathes heavily.
Then how do you know it's retarded, sir?
Because we talk about it all the time, and the people who plug it, and you go check any random account, any girls, they're like, oh, check out my picture, and they use stupid fucking things like, oh, thanks.
Hey, listen,
I got to be honest. I don't see the point of MySpace.
It makes friends, Opie.
It's a popularity contest and make you feel good about yourself.
Absolutely.
You click to see how many friends you're up to. It's stupid.
You know what it is, really? I think it's a good example. It shows how easy AIDS could be spread. Because you have you, and then you make a couple of friends, and then you look at them, and they've got a bunch of friends who have a bunch of friends, and you realize if you had sex with that person, and they had sex with those people, it's all over.
Next thing you know, you're all on Fire Island walking a friend's dog.
Let's go to Johnny O in East Islip. Johnny O.
What's going on, gentlemen? Wasn't this already
Be my friend.
Wasn't this bit already done on Seinfeld? Who's number one on speed dial?
Who's number one on speed dial?
Well,
yes.
the speed dial, yeah.
Similar, sure.
I never really watched Seinfeld, but I'm sure it was.
Robin.
Indeed.
All right, thank you. Why don't we take a break?
From now on, my name, by the way, is not Jim Norton. It's Anthony's best friend.
Oh. Fuck. You are number one.
I'm number one. Fuck. Yes, I am.
Oh, he's got my pictures up there?
Ooh.
You see me from the poker tournament?
There you are.
And I have pictures with me and my guns.
I'm number one.
But right next to it says, I'm a people person.
Yeah, you sure are.
Do you realize, without me,
and
this thing
world.
This would read, Anthony has 447 friends.
Yes.
And
exactly.
it wouldn't be the same.
No, it wouldn't.
All right, we should break. Right?
Let us break so Opie can get himself an account.
I'm not getting
You're going to be number two.
You are going to get yourself an account.
I will not get a MySpace account.
I'm Jim Norton, and I'm Anthony's best friend.
Go fuck yourself.
Now enough of this palaver. Let's get back to MySpace.
Steve just actually threw his arms up in the air when you said that.
Yeah?
He goes, I have more material.
Let's go to Westchester. KC, what do you have for the show?
What's up, guys? There's a shitload of fucking groups on that thing that are just twisted. They have groups Jimmy would like for, like, water sports and freak shows like that and everything. They have groups for, like, people, like, shooting people and everything like that.
It's called Anthony Cumia.
They got a bunch of Opie and Anthony groups and all. The site is so friggin' addictive, it's not even funny.
Why is it? I don't get why it's addicting.
That's because you have a 10 that you enjoy spending time with. For those of us that don't, we like to go out and meet people.
It's just a form of technology, and you start working on it, and it becomes some kind of.
But you're building a list of fake friends, and then what?
They're real.
Then what happens?
Then
what happens?
Then you put links to important things that are important to you. Like for me, it's show-related stuff.
And then what happens?
They go to those links, and it kind of does help out the show a bit.
And then what happens?
You meet all of them.
Nothing. I don't need an end game here. Then they send you gold doubloons, Opie. Is that what you want to hear?
But what?
You meet them.
Sounds stupid.
I send
advertising.
A handwritten note to every friend I have. It says, "Thanks for being my friend." I pen it with a
quill.
I quill.
You quill it?
Dip and I quill it.
How many people in that room have a Myspace account? All right, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Andy Gore.
Andy Gore, of course. Yes. Why doesn't Danny have one? Why?
Danny has one. He's lying.
All right,
He's lying.
All right, we have to break. We're really late.
All right.
Do we have a little something we can play into break, or we got something cool? No?
Do you have a Myspace account, Ben?
No.
Why? Get one.
Because he has real friends.
He doesn't have real friends.
He certainly does have real friends.
You do, but they're not Myspace friends. They're not real friends. That's
I was just looking at it. We were looking at you.
Do me a favor. Don't come in here and disrupt the flow of the Opie and Jim Norton's best friend show.
Did you thank the person you were supposed to thank from yesterday? Yeah.
No, we're going to do it tomorrow because we have audio.
Ah, good.
Yeah, we'll do that. All right.
Our duties Our duties have destructive power.
You think it stinks now? You should have seen it a month ago.
Opie and Anthony Show.
Live from Washington, D.C.
This is a Superfly Jimmy Snuka.
Hey, this is Michael Rappaport.
Hey, everybody, this is Maury Povich.
Hey, this is Pepper from Corrosion and Conformity.
Hey, this is David Wells.
This is Bill Burr, the redheaded white boy from Chappelle's Show.
Hey, this is Chris Jericho.
This is Michael Chiklis. Hey, this is LeJean.
And Morgan from Seven Dust.
This is definitely Flavor Flav on your radio.
Hey, this is John Madden. And,
hey, this is Donnie Deutsch from The Big Idea.
This is Jessica Alba.
Hi, everybody, this is Huey Lewis.
This is Aaron Sheik, World Wrestling Federation, 3-time champion.
Hi, this is Brian Kilmeade of Fox and Friends.
Hey, this is adult film star and former gubernatorial candidate Mary Carey.
Hey, this is Terry Jones here of Monty Python.
Hey, this is Dennis Leary.
Hey, what up, y'all? This is Tracy Morgan.
This is Lois Griffin from Family Guy.
Hey, this is The Game, Triple H.
This is Jeffrey Ross.
This is your big baby girl, Patrice O'Neal. How are you, sweetie?
Hey, it's Colin Quinn.
This is Sunset Thomas.
Hey, this is Seth Green. Hey, this is Ozzy Osbourne. This is Dane Cook. You're listening to Opie and fucking Anthony.
Because you're smart. You're not dumb, like people think.
You're checking out the Opie and Anthony program. Anthony's making friends like hotcakes.
I'm up to 723 friends now. 723.
The goal is to have more than Jim Norton.
It's MySpace/Anthony Cumia. That's Cumia.
It's not a competition, Opie.
Yes,
my
it is.
best friend and I don't compete. My friends are Ant friends. But if you want to give me some more, you can go to myspace.com/Jim Norton.
Look at this guy wrote a hillbilly would, my friend Jim Norton on MySpace. And it's a bulletin that he has put up there to praise you. See, hey kids, be sure to add my close friend Jim Norton. We go way back, and he's a swell guy.
Thank you.
He does stand-up at the Ha Ha Hole on open mic nights. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
But then he put the link to your site on there.
I don't work at the Ha Ha Hole.
Hey, let's get Andy Gore in here. We like to say hi to Andy Gore when we come down to Washington, D.C. He's a freak of nature, has OCD really bad, barely leaves his apartment.
But he does come here
prepared.
The box of shit. I'm not.
And he has a box of shit once again. It's Andy Gore, everyone, who's been up for like a day and a half
I'm
or
the
something.
devil, and I'm here to do the devil's work.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Look at that. Ooh,
where's Katie Ketchup?
Ooh. Katie Ketchup?
Yeah.
She's going through some emotional problems.
Oh, I like
What happened?
What happened? Her boyfriend gave her Das Boot.
Das Boot?
Yeah, so she's living with her mom.
Wow.
She's fucking hating it.
She has a friend in me.
Yep. I was a friend in her at one time.
Oh, my God. You're so creepy. I love it. What's up, Andy? How are you?
I'm doing great.
It's been a while, man.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
I was talking to Andy outside the studio about Body Worlds or whatever, and you haven't seen it yet, huh?
I haven't seen it yet. I've heard of it, though.
It's amazing. It's right down your alley, bro.
That's cool, man. Next time you're in D.C., you all got to come over. Anthony, I want you to come over. I'll let you touch the Siamese twins.
Nah, see, there's a problem
Actually,
there.
The soft spot.
I get creeped
Actually,
out.
when we got a car after our train ride, I said we should go see Andy. We should go see Andy. Jim, you haven't been to his place yet, right?
No.
Oh, my God.
I'm only going with my best friend.
Look at the time, though. It's, that could be a problem.
There you go.
There's
your friend,
I couldn't.
Jimmy. There's your friend.
I get what they call the heebie-jeebies when it comes to that stuff.
Really?
They not so much as I'm looking. I can look at it, but then later on that night, when my eyes shut and I dream, I have horrific nightmares of those things that I would see. Like that little embryo would be going, "Help me! Help me!" chasing me around the house.
When your daytime bravery goes away.
Right.
I got like 40 of those little fuckers in jars.
In the world
my
where the 12 gauge cannot help you, that's where it gets
Your
scary,
dreams,
my friend.
Your dreams.
Mm-hmm.
They're my children.
Well, the Siamese twins with the diaper and the fish tank is just the showstopper.
It's a show, yeah.
It is just
showstopper.
It's just amazing. Can we get a picture of that online yet or no?
Yeah, if you go on my website.
Oh, it's up there?
Yeah, SatanSideshow.com. It's on the homepage.
It is. Can you pop that up real
yeah.
fast for me, Eric? I want to check out the Siamese twins. I haven't said hi to the little fellas in a while.
The little fellas.
Yeah, Andy Gore has probably the largest pickled punk
Carnival Pickle Punk collection. Privately owned, yeah.
Yeah, he bought all the old ones with the old locks and chains on them and everything.
Yep.
They used to be stolen because they used to make a lot of money for these
American
there it
history.
is. Oh, there you go,
There we
Anthony.
go.
Oh. Wow. What happened to the diapers?
They're on there.
That's diapers?
Yeah, there's little cloth diapers.
Sure.
When they were being shown in Canada, they had really big genitalia, and the guy that owned the circus lot got complaints from the customers, and he said either cover up the genitalia or take the babies off display, so they popped a pair of diapers. And that's where they remain.
Is this on your front page?
Yeah.
Because it has a picture of the pickled punks in the fish tank with the diapers, and then it says, and just when... you thought it, and just when thought, by the way, there's a little typo there.
Nah, it's my web girl.
And just when thought it's safe to listen to the radio, the second coming of Opie and Anthony, the One virus is spreading quicker than your kid's sister on prom night. And it has a wow sticker up against the tank that holds the Siamese twins. Do you want to see this, Jimmy?
No.
This stuff creeps you out, too?
No.
What?
Scares me.
He goes, no.
It doesn't really scare you?
No, look.
It's, you can look over here.
I want to be on, my friend's computer.
Fuck, dude, I wanted to show you on my computer.
See, look at the little guys. Little fellas. What are they connected by?
They have a full chest joint.
Yeah?
Completely jointed. It's not just like a little web of flesh. It's the full chest.
And they're facing each other.
They're facing each other. They're hugging. One has a cleft lip. And they were autopsied in really weird places, like on their, the wrists and like part of their legs. Usually when they autopsied the Siamese twins, they do it where they were connected.
Yeah.
And then they're worthless because they just sew them back together. And anybody can
like
just sew two fetuses together.
Well, anybody.
And
who hasn't?
Can I interrupt for a second?
Sir.
I'm watching the local news down here in Washington, D.C. The greatest invention has just been invented.
What's that?
Mobile strip clubs.
What?
Mobile strip clubs. I didn't get to hear the audio. But basically, it's a mobile strip club.
Get that story.
We need that story. Basically, it's a strip club that's just on wheels and just drives around.
Drives around?
And the girls are inside waiting to dance for you.
Bravo.
Mobile strip clubs. Just when you thought they they came up with it all. All right, so Andy Gore in studio. He always brings by some things for us.
Who's your friend?
Oh, this is my...
Why do you have a new friend every time you come here?
I remember.
Oh,
yeah,
I'm
Tracy.
sorry.
Yeah, no, she's been working. She's been working with me since she was just a kid. She was 18.
Tracy, I'm sorry that I didn't recognize you. I'm usually pretty good about that.
Yeah, she's been with me forever, and she was great.
Okay.
I was the first one to doggy style her. Woohoo!
Really?
Yeah. It was great, man.
You were fresh?
When I was fresh.
Yeah.
Get on mic, man. We want to hear about
18?
Yeah, when I was 18.
You were 17 when I first met you.
Yeah, but Andy waited.
But
he
I
was
waited.
patient.
Yeah.
He's a patient
What's
man.
Andy packing?
A fucking third leg.
Yeah. Oh, it's
like
I can
freak
barely
show,
take
yeah.
it, you know?
Yeah, someone like him has to have, like, ridiculous, like, freakish thing in his pants.
Well, you see the girls he still gets, right?
Conjoined
You know?
penis.
He's got retard junk. Right?
Totally.
Just a mess.
Junk.
Looks like a conjoined twin or something, right?
Yeah.
Wow. And he did your doggy style.
Yeah, I taught her what that hole was for. It was great. Now I love bringing it up. Everybody I meet, I was the first one doggy style her.
But by doggy, you don't just mean you mean anal?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Well,
I saved the old pucker muscle for the next dude.
For the next dude.
I mean, not...
now there's a friend.
No.
Yeah. Now there's a
leaving
friend.
a little something.
That you should have on MySpace.
He
a
gives
friend that'll
back.
save the what? The pucker?
The pucker muscle.
The pucker muscle.
Yeah.
That's
Nah.
a friend.
Yeah, but
that's a friend you can count on.
She ended up quitting, and she's a fireman. A firefighter, a firewoman now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
So she gets to see the real Gore.
Yeah. All right. Well, what did you bring in today, Andy?
Okay, what do you want to start with? The Pickled Punk you gave back to us.
Yeah, I had to. I'm sorry about that. And my life's been much better, by the way, ever since I returned it.
Definitely don't need that.
Well, after we left the show, we took it to the Olive Garden for its birthday party.
Oh,
And
really?
that's us with the Pickled Punk at the Olive Garden. If you notice the dude behind him, the little the brother in the background, making a quick dash at the end.
Yeah. He did not want to be near you.
We had a little birthday cake and everything for him.
That's creepy. Are these pictures on the website?
Yeah, I just gave them all to Steve.
It's Andy with the two hot chicks that work for him, with the Pickled Punk and Opie and Anthony T-shirt on, and a little birthday cake with a candle.
Who's the other girl? There's Katie, and what was the other girl's name? Jungle something?
Jungle Jim Kim.
Jungle Jim
Kim.
Very nice.
I don't even want to look at the Pickled Punk. I dare not gaze upon him again.
No.
He sits proudly on my shelf.
That's it. And what a better place. I couldn't think of a better place for him.
Oh, hold on. Someone has info on the mobile strip clubs. Let's say hi to Mike in Atlanta. Mike?
Yeah.
Hey.
What's going on? Hey, I just wanted to touch up on the mobile strip club thing.
Yeah.
In Atlanta here, I work for this company called Top Shelf Party Bus, and basically you pick out a stripper, you get the bus, which basically looks like a strip club, and away you go, and you got your own little private strip club there with the girls of your choice.
What a great idea.
That really is.
Do they drive to like the workplaces and stuff, the construction sites, wherever, the office parks?
Basically, it's like bachelor parties and that kind of stuff. And you just go.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but the real money is go to the construction site or whatever. If these mobile strip clubs want to make money.
Like the coffee truck goes there for lunch.
Exactly.
And they get the sandwich and the coffee and stuff. You have the strip club. Pulls up. They go
at
in.
lunchtime.
Couple of bucks.
Wow.
That would be.
It's a bus, right?
Great idea.
But, yeah, that bus works out pretty good. You pick out your strippers online, and you order the bus, and away you go, and you got your own little thing there,
Nice. Thank you, sir. Let's go to Jeff in Florida. Jeff.
Yeah, hey, that mobile one you're talking about, it was a blacked-out RV, and it was one of the local strip clubs down here in Tampa. They got busted at the Bucks game doing $20 cover charge and lap dances inside tailgating.
Holy crap, what balls. They went to an NFL game and they got busted? See, that's what I'm talking about. If you're going to have a mobile strip club, you got to go where the guys are.
Why busted for
NFL
what?
games, the construction sites.
Probably illegal.
That is great.
The local club's the one that pulled it off.
Prostitution going on?
But how is it illegal? Yeah. Where do they get them on?
They got a 6-foot law down here on the nude, and then they said that they were selling alcohol, but the club said they were giving the alcohol away on the bus, so they're trying to bag them on all that stuff.
And someone comes up with a great idea, and then there's a buzzkill
Why
out there.
can't people just leave them alone?
Just leave them alone.
It's victimless.
You see a
Everyone's
6-foot
having
rule
fun.
naked?
What?
A 6-foot rule with the naked chicks?
Oh, you can't get within 6 feet?
Yeah.
6 foot away from a naked girl.
And they're still offering lap dances?
Yeah.
The hell is a 6-foot lap dance?
That's a zone dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
right,
Zip
guys,
code
let you
fucking...
All right, thank you. Andy, what else you got today?
Oh, I got a ton of stuff. What do you got time for? A little bit of everything?
Yeah.
Okay, when they had the Pickle Punk shows on the Circus Midway, when they outlawed them all, they did animal shows. So what I did is I ended up buying a series of...
I've seen this before. It's Bambi, right?
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
So, but...
Check this out.
They start out with the...
It's in bubble wrap. Yeah, that's what that...
This is the smallest little Bambi.
What the hell is that?
Let me see that.
Little deer fetus.
It's a deer fetus. Oh, dear.
Wow. We're taking pictures for the website, by the way.
And then in classic Carney fashion...
I can see it from here.
Jimmy?
No.
No?
In the Tropicana, orange juice is a deer, and this is age of fetus 13 weeks.
Oh,
that's classic.
He's adorable.
Look at him.
Little Bambis in orange juice bottles.
Ted Nugent's not here. He could eat them.
Yeah, it's deer season.
That's wonderful. All right, we're taking pictures for the website here.
That is adorable.
There you go.
And then we got this fella, who's one stage more in development.
Oh, yeah, he is a little bigger.
And then here is the fucking money shot. Who killed Bambi, brother?
Wow. That's like ready to be born.
Yeah.
That wasn't born? That had to be born officially, no?
Is that
I have no idea. It's in the chef's first choice cans, the pickle jar.
How long have you had that?
I've had it, probably about 10 years.
It is
it's in great shape.
It looks perfect, actually. Except for the fact it's dead.
Do you put more stuff in there to keep it, like, once it starts to evaporate?
No, what happens is the formaldehyde just absorbs up into all the tissue, and it won't...
Oh, so it doesn't matter if, the tip of the ear is sticking out.
Nah.
It's still going to...
I mean, on the Siamese twins, it's like half of the head sticking out, but I am going to switch out the twins and put them in an upright aquarium and build like a crib around it.
Yeah.
Crib?
Yeah, and have them on a rotating spool.
Little lazy soup.
How do you... if they hit the air, will they die or no? Well, I mean, you don't die when they die.
No. I mean, they can actually be kept out.
Can you take one out for us?
No.
I wouldn't.
Jim.
I'll do it, but it's
gonna stink.
It's gonna really stink.
Yeah?
No.
Why?
That's creepy.
We got gloves if you want to touch them.
Yeah, I got some gloves here.
Yeah. Jimmy wants some gloves.
I'm certainly not touching them.
Jimmy wants a glove.
No way.
He just wants to poke it a little bit.
No.
Just a little poke.
Not even a slight poke.
Just a little poke.
Maybe a little one.
All right.
But I mean, this is just some classic Carney stuff. And then I got the...
All right, hold on 1 second. Dr. Gonzo. Very important. He wants
Dr. Gonzo?
Yes, Dr. Gonzo.
Yes, Anthony, I was hoping you could help me out with something. I'd like to remove my friendship from Jimmy Norton's MySpace blog and add it to yours. How can I do that?
You know what, sir? Why do you have to just hurt people? We've been friends for how long now?
Yeah, but he's not getting anything.
I sent you a hand...
anymore, Jim. It's just not happening.
Dude, I sent you a handcrafted note. What's your name on MySpace?
Dr. Gonzo.
I even wrote you a poem. Roses are red, violets are blue. Hey, Dr. Gonzo, here's to you. And I fucking sent it to you.
Dr. Gonzo, I will be happy to add you to my friendship list.
Thanks.
And how do you remove a friend?
You can't.
Wait, you're the only one that can remove the friendship?
No, you certainly can.
Dr. Gonzo could decide he doesn't want to be Jim's friend anymore?
Yes.
All right. Oh, that'll be cool.
Yeah.
Looks like you're going to be... How many friends do you have?
I don't want to lose my friends.
How many friends do you have right now?
2.
No,
he has 20 thousands, 2,400.
Yeah,
now he has 2,399.
I have like 5 different fucking profiles.
Why?
Because I'm bored and I don't leave the house. I got like Blackula, Blacker Cracker.
Stupid.
How's the OCD these days?
Oh, dude, it's killing me.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah, it always gets worse over the holidays.
Why? Why the holidays?
You tell me. I have no idea. But I'm in and out of doorways, washing my hands. You know, it's the same crap, different day.
How many times a day washing the hands?
It all depends on what I touch and what the brain's doing at the time.
If you touch Jimmy Norton, how many times would you have to wash up?
He's pure.
He's pure?
Yes, he's a pure man.
Oh. Jimmy, your friends are down to 2,327.
Are they? They abandoning ship?
They're going to Anthony.
Why is...
I don't like it.
That's impossible. No way.
But this MySpace is going to be the thing that breaks up this show. You
No.
know that, right? Let's go to Rich in Pennsylvania.
It's about friends.
Yeah, sure it is. Rich.
Good morning, fellas.
Hey, Rich.
How are you? Hey, here in PA, we have a drive-through strip club.
A drive-through strip club?
Drive-through strip club. You pull up.
How does that work? Do you sit in your car?
Sit in your car. Very nice. Only problem is they always get your order wrong, so instead of a hot blonde, I always get some fat, bald guy.
Ooh.
Punching out.
Yeah. No, you're not. No, you're not, sir.
All right. Andy, what else you got there?
All right, I got something I've never brought out before.
Uh-oh.
I got.
Are we going to get arrested for this?
No.
All right.
No.
Maybe.
I got to go up to the house where Sharon Tate got murdered.
Mm-hmm.
The Tate Charles Manson crimes.
Yeah.
And there was a girl that got killed up there called Abigail Folger. She was the heiress to the Folgers coffee fortune. Just a nice, sweet lady. She worked in Watts. She helping, the poor.
And why did Charlie Manson kill this fine lady?
Charlie didn't do nothing. It was.
I know, but his people, let's say.
There's so many different theories.
They went to the wrong house or something?
I mean, it all depends on who you talk to. I don't know what to believe.
And she was just, wrong place,
wrong
time.
time.
Yeah.
And but anyway, they butchered her out on the lawn of the house. And when I was out there, 9 Inch Nails rented that house, and they had like a studio set up in there and recorded Downward Spiral and all that stuff there. And
they still had the door. They brought the door back to New Orleans, right?
It was my idea, and I was like, how much you want? And I said, let me take the door, and I'll replace it with the door. And they were like, no, we can't do that. The landlord would get pissed. But there was a drainage grate that Abigail Folger got killed on out on the lawn, and I said, well, can I have the grate? And they're like, yeah, take it. So it's me on video ripping this probably 25-pound drainage grate out of the earth. And here it is.
Wow.
This is Gibby's grate. And what I did was... And here's pictures of her lying on the grate.
Get out.
All right, she's right next to the grate, and she's butchered pretty good. Thanks for the picture. Jesus.
Yeah.
They did a number on her, huh?
That I'll take a look at.
So then what I'm doing, I originally made a little coffee table out of it, and I mounted it up on Folger's...
Coffee table, that's funny.
On Folger's coffee...
oh, very nice.
That's what I had my little coffee on.
Wow, all the blood was going into that grate.
Yeah, isn't that great?
Great.
And then here's the morgue shots.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah,
would they stab her in the face and
stuff?
stuff?
They slashed her face. And
Thanks, best friend.
Sick. No problem there, buddy.
She looks like she's just sleeping, that's all.
Yeah, with a
big
vagina on her cheek.
Wow, yeah, that's a slash, all right.
Oh, my God. Look at that muff with the viscera coming out of the...
oh,
yeah.
Holy. Wow.
Yeah.
Look at the autopsy shot, Anthony.
Wow, they
she ran out of the house?
Yeah, she ran out of the house, and Tex Watson's the one that just butchered the hell out of her.
How'd you get that picture?
I know people. I know the right and the wrong people.
All right. Bill Burr's on the line.
Damn.
Mr. Burr?
Yes.
Bill?
Hello.
Hey, Bill.
How you doing?
We're good.
Hey.
Is that Anthony saying hey?
Yeah, how you doing, man?
I heard you were talking shit about me, man. What's your problem?
I sent in a request to be your friend on MySpace, and I never got anything back, a confirmation.
You know why that is?
Why?
Our relationship has hit a snag until you come clean about your relationship with that fucking whore bitch chef of yours.
I don't have a relationship with my wonderful
Anthony,
chef.
Look at you. You're emaciated. That bitch is not feeding you. There's only one thing that you could be doing with her.
I am a perfect way. No, I am not.
Send me a request and just say, okay, Bill, I'm fucking that poor bitch chef, and I'll accept you as a friend.
I would never.
Still, there is honesty in this relationship. You just can't go any further.
Then we will have to remain not MySpace friends, my friend.
Fine, I'm happy to be a co-worker with you. I won't even look at you.
And now that's as far as it's going to go. Because I am not banging my chef. She is a wonderful cook, a wonderful woman.
Isn't.
But I am in a relationship, a very happy relationship. I am very much in love, my friend.
Anthony.
And his name is Jimmy Norton.
That's right. BFFL, pal.
Anthony, you're 82 years old. You have 0% body fat. She's not feeding you.
82. I am the perfect weight for my height.
All right, Bill.
You bastard.
I didn't mean to interrupt the autopsy photos.
Oh, it's okay.
Thank God you did. That's really disturbing.
They're a little
man.
creepy, actually. He's got some creepy stuff.
The Folger's death grate.
Wow. He's got the grate, and he's very, very excited that he has it.
I'm very excited.
Yeah. Hey, Anthony.
Memorabilia. Yes, sir.
Jim's a friend of mine on MySpace.
I saw that.
Jim's
what did
an
he have
honest man.
to? What did he have to fess up to? God only knows. The nightmare horror he had to
I don't know. You see my top 8?
All right, Bill.
All right, man. I'll talk to you later.
Bye, sweetie.
Later, man.
Bye.
And really fast before we get back to Andy Gore, it's Martha from New Jersey. Martha?
Good morning, Shitbix.
What's up, Martha?
Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Oh.
Thank you, 70-year-old woman's name.
Oh, thanks. Jimmy, I met you at the show. You're on my MySpace friends.
Oh.
Oh, thank you. What show?
At the Saturday night, the early show at Caroline's.
Oh, okay.
I was the girl at the Halloween party that like wowed everybody like crazy.
Oh yeah, she's sexy with the glasses. Yes.
And Anthony, I was looking for your like name to invite you onto my thing, but I couldn't find you. What's your name? Is it just Anthony?
Cumia.
It's Anthony Cumia.
Anthony, I couldn't find you on there.
C-U-M-I-A.
C-U-M-I-A.
Why don't you send me a sexy letter and I'll pass it on to Ant and make sure that he accepts you as a friend. So that's what I'm going to use now. I'm going to use my friendship with Anthony to get a little stink on my face.
I'm hoping to bypass your number of friends soon.
I'm sure you will.
No.
Yeah,
You're
Jimmy,
Anthony.
I sent you a
I
request.
think by tomorrow, Anthony will have more friends on MySpace.
I'll be happy to take second to Anthony.
Martha?
Yes.
What do you got for the show?
Oh, I just wanted to tell you guys that, tell Jimmy that I'm on his list and he's on my list, and I met him at the thing and trying to get Anthony to send an invite so I can invite him to my list.
Thank you, Martha.
A link to Anthony's MySpace space account is now on opieandanthony.com.
Oh, wow.
Now you're going to get some
But wait, I'd like a link, guys. Thank you.
Oh, Jimmy has one too?
Yeah, we're friends. We don't compete.
We'll see what the total is tomorrow, okay?
Why don't we just combine our friends?
We should. Anthony Norton or Jim Cumia, however you slice it.
Andy, what else you got there?
Well, I started branching out my collection, and I started to collect just toys that are wrong, like a lot of old black memorabilia, black Americana stuff.
Yeah, we got some of that at the studio. Some listeners have sent that in.
So what I ended up getting is I saw this game on eBay called Darkies in the Melon Patch. And it was from
Jesus.
Yeah, and it was billed as being a game in 1932.
Of course.
And I was like, okay, so I bid, I bid like $100 on it, and I won it. And from what I had read, it was worth about $375.
Nice.
So anyway, this is what I get. I get a nice laser-copied box that's probably about, 2 weeks old.
Yeah.
So it's just somebody had the original game, made Xeroxes, and glued them on, and made the little, age the paper. And basically I got ripped off. And I'm not gonna rat them out yet because I haven't gotten in touch with them.
But the board itself, what do they do there?
But what they do is they just glue it on and then they age it and they shellac
it.
Too. It's completely fake. I mean, I'd pay $20 for it, but it was totally misleading. And
oh, don't you hate that?
So if I don't get, the money back,
you'll kill him.
Well, I'll just make a phone call.
Murder.
I'll just make a phone call and have something new in a jar,
Let me take a look, Jimmy.
Wow.
No.
I want to play Darkies in the Melon Patch.
Yeah. How do you play this game, by the way?
Well, here's
Here, give that to Anthony. Here you go, Anthony.
You can tell this box is not there.
Yeah, it's perforated,
Here's the rules of the game, I guess.
Yeah, you could tell he's aged that. Let's see. directions. A game for 2 to 4 players, for which the object is to reach or pass square number 130. Each player rolls the die. The player who gains the highest score is determined to go first. Each player shall use one colored marker and in turn roll the die and move his marker the number of spaces shown starting at number 1. And traveling back and forth across the board. If the player lands on any square with a colored arrow on it, he must follow the picture starting from the space until he reaches a square with a star of the same color. First one to pass square 130 wins. And what he's got to do is pass things like plantin' time, pick 'em back, or put 'em back. I guess that's somebody trying to steal some of the melons. Country fair, big patch, up the ladder. Seeds tween the toes. I guess that's a bad thing to land on. And seeds spitting. Oops, I guess he dropped a melon. That's bad. And they're all colored people.
Ooh.
On all the little squares.
I mean, if it was an original game, original lithograph, but
yeah,
it's a handmade thing.
It's so printed.
Yeah, it's so printed, and I'm gonna.
You're not happy.
I haven't contacted them yet, but if I don't get, I said I paid $100. Send me $80 back. I'll pay $20 for it, or else.
How do you know that you're getting real stuff? Because you collect this stuff, and obviously there's a lot of fake stuff
on
online.
eBay you don't. Most of the stuff I collect is kind of in underground, like antique stuff, and you kind of know what you're getting.
Yeah.
But on eBay it's kind of hit and miss.
Right. Okay.
But
and that's about it, or
no?
Even the die is brand new looking.
Yeah,
that's too bad.
But again, with the weird games, and it's really inspired me to branch out. And I'm going to make my own board games now. And
what kind of ideas you got for a board game?
You'll see them here first. I got carnival games I'm making that are just.
You should make an Opie and Anthony game.
I will make an Opie and Anthony game.
You really should.
I got they're all going to be hand done, hand painted.
Yeah.
I think
the Manson murder game would probably.
Let's play
be nice.
Slaughtered Heiress on the Great.
This game was given to me by Tracy.
Subway Vigilante game.
Yes, and
the home version.
She called me and said, "Oh, I found something for you at a flea market." And I'm just like, "Oh, great! It's gonna be like a magazine or something." And this is awesome. And this is basically a Bernie Getz game. If you open it up, there's the subway map in New York. There's little bullets. It's like a real game.
Imagine getting Bernie to sign it.
And you know what? I found a squirrel.
So
I found
squirrel.
Is that real?
No.
Oh.
This is what's known in the carnival world as a gaff.
A gaff?
Yeah, basically it's a squirrel, and then they hack the head off another squirrel and just very crudely sewn it on.
To make it look like it's
real. To make it look,
yeah.
But this came out of a Ward Hall sideshow, and it is all beat to hell, and I was up all night gluing them together and putting pins in his little arms, but...
I went to a sideshow at in Little Italy. They had the San Gennaro's feast or whatever. And for like a couple bucks, I could see the shortest woman in the world. And I walked behind this thing. And I was staring at her. And she was watching Friends. And I felt completely ridiculous because I couldn't really communicate with her. And I was just staring at her. And I felt really weird. And I walked away.
What happened, I was at Coney Island for the first time, and there was, Banjo Joe, smallest man from Jamaica.
Yeah.
And you walk in a little trailer. And
it seems like a great idea until you pay your whatever it is.
And you sit
turn the corner, and then you're face to face with this little thing. And,
and they're just living their life.
And you feel like an ass.
Yeah, because she was watching Friends. She had a remote control in her hand, and she didn't speak English. And then they had a sign, if you can find a smaller woman, we'll pay you $10,000 or something like that, because their ultimate goal is to find... the smallest woman in the world.
Was she small?
She was tiny.
Yeah, the ones they had at Coney was a black man and a little black lady, and you'd walk in, they'd stop watching TV when there was like 4 people in the little trailer. He'd play the banjo, she'd play the bongos, and do a little dance for, 15 seconds, and then try to sell you little, promotional cards for like $5.
Yeah, because I went, hey, how's it going? And then that's when she pointed behind her to the big, huge sign that said, I don't speak English.
Yeah, see, there's no showmanship anymore.
And then I was just like, wow, now
no
what?
showmanship. Back in the days, like Johnny Eck and the real freaks would put on a performance.
She should have to do humiliating stuff.
She should.
I paid my money.
I wanted to
Instead,
see it.
she's watching Friends. We all watch
She
Friends.
should have to juggle your
'cause
big
it's on
balls
10 times a fucking day.
Hold your big balls and say something in her awful native tongue to amuse you.
Yeah, she should have to hold your penis to make it look extra large.
And then play Darkies in the Melon Patch with you.
Whatever babble she has. Just hold your big mule.
It was just very strange and
awkward.
Yeah, I walked away feeling a little icky.
Well, you should at least get the hitter.
A little icky. Little icky. All right, who else do we have to get on before we say goodbye to Washington, D.C.?
Yeah, we're quickly running out of
Tell
time.
Katie I said hello.
I will do that.
And you got other stuff?
Yeah, but
you could just pull it out as we continue here. We got to get the left jab guys on from Air America. They're on Extreme 152.
Where's Zellner?
We don't really acknowledge 152, do we? Isn't that one of those channels we don't really acknowledge?
we should.
And we have is John Zellner here? We wanted to test him on that
Brady Bunch and
the song thing.
I had Brady questions he never would have gotten. I'm so annoyed.
Yeah, well, he might stop by really fast. Who knows? Do we have anyone out there that wants to come in? They're shaking their head yes. What's going on? All right, Andy. What? Oh, Andy's putting on gloves. That's not a good sign. That means he has something else.
Yeah, this is.
Then we got
drop your pants.
The left jab guys are coming in for a second to say hi.
What's he got?
Okay, the last thing I got was I like collecting stuff that nobody really thinks about collecting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One man's trash is another man's treasure.
Yeah.
Matt McGrory he played Tiny in House of Thousand Corpses.
Yeah.
Big 8-foot tall dude. He was doing a tattoo horror show with us. And not with us, but he was at the show.
Wait, how tall was he?
He was like 7'9" or something. He was huge.
He's had that giant disease.
Yeah, and
that we talk about from time to time.
Yeah, and he was. I talked to one of the tattoo artists, and he goes, "Yeah, I'm going upstairs to tattoo Tiny." And so I pulled the tattoo artist aside and said, "Listen, can I have the used needles after you tattoo him?"
I gotta tell you collect really weird shit.
I said, but don't tell him. I don't want to freak him out because he doesn't know me. He doesn't know what I collect. And 3 o'clock in the morning, a little wad of folded up needles came through my.
But why, Andy? Why?
Oh, why?
No, seriously, why?
Why?
I'm not even trying to make fun of you.
Oh, no.
Like, why is that an interest to you?
It is interesting to me because, number one, tattooed a famous guy. Number two is his last tattoo before he died.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm getting them all framed. There's like 5 of them framed out in a fan. And his last tattoo was like a Celtic cross on his arm. It's on a Foundry. And I'm getting a frame made of Celtic cross. I'm going to have all the cast members from House of a Thousand Corpses sign it. Just purely for my own amusement and for the museum, the Goretorium that will one day open.
I know, you've been working on that for years.
Yeah.
That would be very cool if you make that happen, because the stuff I've seen in his apartment,
well,
unbelievable.
Yeah, you've seen stuff.
What is the Mac Daddy item that you have? Your prized possession? Maybe you can't even tell us, because he has stuff that he won't even talk about publicly.
Oh. I got the dancing Sambo.
How about an item that you do talk about? What is the Mac Daddy item that you openly talk about?
God, I got so much crap. Probably the Ted Bundy shroud.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's the terry cloth cover that the funeral home covered up Bundy after he was electrocuted.
How did you get that?
This kid worked at the funeral home, got in touch with me, and he just started working there, and he goes, they were giving me a tour, and we went in this back room, and they showed us this tattered up old terry cloth thing that they covered Bundy with, and they only used this one battered up cloth to take the prisoners out. Like, if they were going to pick up Grandma, they'd have a nice silk one. Had the funeral home embroidered on the side of it, and so I bought it off the kid. He basically stole the thing from work, sent it to me. And then he went in and he Xeroxed all of the Bundy autopsy paperwork. And I got pictures of Bundy under the cover with his head exposed, and you can match up points on the cloth to authenticate it. And they never washed that thing, so there's bits of Bundy on that thing.
Holy crap.
Dude, it's so cool. I want to use it as a bedspread.
So the website is...
SatanSideshow.com.
Yeah. He's a friend of the show. He always amazes us every time he's in here.
A chanting individual.
Andy Gore. I think the link is up on opieandanthony.com. I'm not sure. Or foundrymusic.com. All right. We got the Left Jab guys in. They just want to say hi.
Yeah.
Is it Mark Walsh and David Goodfriend?
Mark Walsh.
What's going on, guys?
I'm Mark Walsh. This is David Goodfriend.
I'm Dave Goodfriend. We're Left Jab right here on XM Satellite Radio Channel 152. Sundays, 10 a.m. That's a hot time slot, man.
10 a.m. on Sundays?
And you guys, obviously, by the name of the show, little left-leaning.
We hang to the left.
Hang to the left a little bit.
Jab to the left, hang to the left, yeah.
How far? Pretty far? You kind of...
Depends on what time of day, you know. I mean, you catch me in the morning.
I think they run your promo on our channel over and over.
Really?
And over
You got
again.
a problem with it?
The listeners do, actually, yes.
Do they really?
It's a little overexposed, the
bring
promo
them on
our channel.
Bring them on. I want to talk to your listeners right now.
No.
Oh, wait, I am talking to your listeners right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Left jab, fist up, dig it.
So you guys kind of started, two of the guys started Air America, right?
That's right. Mark and I were in the original group that founded Air America Radio.
Right.
And we got it up and running. We had to hit some rocky ground, hand it off to some real rich people. They're doing fine with it. It's in 72 markets now. But then we came back here to D.C., where we're from, and we were sitting in my backyard having a beer, and we said, you know what? Air America is doing a great job of serving the Birkenstock crowd, right? Mm-hmm. But we're guys, we like beer, we like sports, and we don't like George Bush. We need a show for guys like us. So we came back here to XM. We said, hey, look, we got day jobs, but we're not doing anything on the weekends. Can you put us on? We'll do some funny stuff, and we'll talk to the left, and we'll talk to the guys. And they said, do we have to pay you? We said, no. They said, sold. So here we are.
Are you not getting paid?
No.
For fun.
Yeah, they need the money to pay our salaries. Sorry about that.
Just to get the word out. Got to get the word out.
Well, you
word
said
to the left, man.
Well, the listeners, you said bring them on. Here they are. Dean, what's up?
Oh, hey, what's going on?
What's going on, Dean?
Left jab. Oh my God, do your promos suck? Probably the worst thing I've heard in my entire life.
I'm not kidding. We got fan sites all over the place. One of the threads is how bad this promo is and how people just hate it because it runs on our channel over and over again.
All right, well, who am I talking to again? What's the name? Dean?
Yeah.
Dean, right now, in real time, I want you to give me a script. We're going to do the promo that you want us to do for Left Jab. Go.
Why would I do that? I'm not a pussy cocksucker working for Left Jab. Get paid first. Then make a promo that works.
Pussy cocksucker. What are you?
suck.
What are you, a homo?
Yes, I am actually. No,
You're going to have to do better than that with our listener. That's like what you say in third grade, bro. They're way above that level.
Well, wait a minute. Pussy cocksucker is like college? What do we...
Well, that was a little more... There was a little more creativity to that. There was a little...
Pussy cocksucker.
It was clever.
All right.
It was
all
clever.
right, what are you, putting from the rough?
Would you rather me use shit dick?
Oh, yeah. You know, they pull it out. It's got a bean on it from last night's dinner.
You know what?
All right, let's go to New Mexico. Gabriel.
Yeah.
What's up, Gabriel?
Them two faggots from Left Jab suck.
Oh, dude. You're killing me, man. Come here, I'm going to fuck you up, man. Right now. Left Jab this, bitch. I kick your ass.
Sir.
He hung up.
Sir.
Dude, don't fuck with me.
Mike in Minnesota.
Hey, now this is coming from a liberal. Your show is boring. I might-fied it. I listened to it. I had to erase it. It was boring. You know, I was talking to a friend of mine. He lives out in like Yellowstone, and he was telling me it stinks too.
Oh,
really?
Wow, that sucks.
A friend in Yellowstone? I got one of those. He loves it.
What the hell is wrong with these people?
Let's go to Tony in Miami. Tony.
Ramon, Left Jab is for faggots.
Oh. Now, faggots. Does that count as high school, or have we graduated? Fag.
Yeah, this is right.
What are you? You like doing? Tell me. Get one of your callers right now to tell me how much he loves George Bush. He can join the 36% of America who love him. Bring it on. Where is he?
That's 36%, but they are a strong 36%. They're very dedicated.
Oh, yeah. Another one got carted off to jail yesterday. Did you see that?
Very dedicated.
Come on. I want to hear these. I want to hear these macho men talk about how much they love George Bush. Bring it on.
Oh, we got one.
Opie, Anthony.
We only got a minute 50 left?
Give me one. Come on. I'm just getting warmed up.
No matter how much shit is thrown out there, 36% still go, I like this fella.
He's such a good man. I want to have a beer with him.
Barry.
Okay, so he lied to me. I don't care.
Barry in Seattle. Barry.
Hey,
I got a lie.
For you guys. A new one you can run.
Yeah.
Let's hear it, man.
We're left jab and we have AIDS. Punch it out.
We're left jab and we have AIDS.
Unbelievable.
When's the show on? Maybe the listener should call your show and
call the show. Tell us exactly what you think. Sundays, 10 a.m. Eastern, channel 152, XM Extreme. If you can handle it. I don't know if a lot of these guys calling in today can handle.
What's the number?
Yeah.
Do you guys know the number?
1-800-JAB-LEFT.
You don't think our listeners could handle what you could dish out?
I don't think they can. Otherwise, they'd